ba se mu we awuka yi wan be bi omu de omu life asa koti gradio se de be ne be mu so mu be tinu ka no ma ko jibi o ma ti se o
so be si de
koti gradio
o be si de
koti gradio se sorry dan bi no mu friend sa mi tumi mu se koti gradio se di bi no mu kan onu
David John
yes
Ede na person kan o be si de
o mu ti sorry dan bi no mu so mu si no ma ko two foundations ka be bra kwa ase no na make am
dia
koti gradio na ye friend saying
okay what that was so
for no musika
cathedral
we dey here say na ebe tumi afọ na ya nko school dey mu ka na study that impress na ya ti ase di na mu di ka
ina say you go na study that na cathedral
wa ba tele akra fe na ya ma
na na Bobie and son citizen show stay with na Bobie and son all the politics you can know on the FM 100.5 due to the citizen show and I will be inside.
Thursday afternoon yama nyina ha yama mo akwaba baby bia wote yanka bia na ya sai ne mo ehia bio dom ana mpempem eya mote yanka we a citizen show on Accra FM powered by Class Media Group CMG and I say nkoma one of mtienka on Benya FM in Elmina and I feel so tamale omote yanka edi free answer ne be so no odi ewa say na odi ewa asem de asempa ene nkomode kakra ede emaye odi agaba
nana me Josu
boko de
nyame atom boko
eda Yesu ase eda Yehu ase eda obi ase na odi ubronya die etesen yasimo kura de asofo de hwe awrade nkwa na mo hwe no
enya sanketo na no aka no
dia so mo see Elisha odi tutume ene wo diuze no won feska nya hwe ewiase afefe de
ba se ati wiase ana babon son kan che sema mi mpeska ana ma mi anya adwumaden enti ehie skapa
da we do so kura de dem ka se bia de oye bia de mawrade
ba se da ye didi ye hye ye nom ye da
o se bia nka o so for de nka o de wo de atare ye
aso for kwa ne hia mo no no so for hia mo
nsuo no fa mo ache enya nene zoro fa mo ti mo na mkabo ya proper flood victims no
aya ne ehonhom de na mo sema ehonhom ani de no ye bua mo honhom ana agya honhom ani nso mo ahwe mo se babu sa sempa no na so didi ba se binimu didi ma ne boroso
endo di se o se nka o ya adwuma nka ka so de che
sao na me ni di na me nom sa me wo ma me ne papa mo ti ase
odi moyo
dia nipa ye bia osofu ye bi
you do
dia nipa ye bia osofu timi osofu ye bi
momo taskwa
na me say dia nipa ye bia yes dia nipa ye bia yes so nyame ani yes so nyame ani in contest
odi ko ko da wa ya ye be ka tire ye hono enya asem papa tu ye ko so.
Okay, ebusia entiason kon anana wi ye di free Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic aso ye baby biara wo hwe bia no ye de ebrewom o Dr. Penny ya wata ya sabia yi ano Dr. Bright Oko wanna adwuma ye fo na Dr. Fo ne afe na nurse fo emabawa ene emrantia wonma peni ewo ayaresa dwumatie mu no si emfa ntiason kon emrew na baby a wo tie ye free biara ni padua no enioma nkoye ewo mu ama sabra meka se wano dam ya wusun wa yade eni wo ediesie wa yade etata wo ama sabre wo se ni da so asenti enu nteno se usun se ansha wo wu na aka wo no eno ana Dr. Bright Oko o Dr. Penny wata Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic ayasabia no ano ya ye wo nunkwa adokono last stop SA Junction esome kan cha wo se kan akoma to yam na yade na etata wo no eni da so wo sa yade no ebetu afreso prekope ama hunta sonko aba say yadeɛ yi betumi ato afiri so a na ɛgye sɛ waba yɛaso yɛ Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic wo ba yɛwɔ mfidipa ɛne nupa ya wo yadeɛ no a ɛtete wɔ no yɛde wobɛsi afidie no so na afidie no akɔ nipadua mu anwan ɛfiri wo tirinwe so na ɛbɛsi wo mawerɛ soɔ no yɛde koro no a ɛha wɔ no yadeɛ no baabi a ɛsie yɛ no nti ɛnam so a ɛdi wo nya ɛma saa berɛ yi wabɔ ho ka ɛne asɛ nketewa ebi mpa wɔ yɛ asabea nanso meka wo kɔɔyɛ no yɛde afidie no wɔmde nnuro ne yadeɛ nya aka wieyɛ no wɔde yɛka to anya sɛ o yadeɛ deɛ deɛ ayɛ deɛ gye sɛ wobu akyɛre kɔbaayi foforɔ ɛno saa no ne yɛsɛ bra na wo ne yɛn ɛmɛto nkyia ɛwɔ Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic yɛasoɛyɛ ɛfisɛ wo ba a yɛwɔ mfidie mu mfidie afidie a ayɛasabea bia ɛni bi wɔbi nso wɔ mfidie nanso sɛ wo ba a wɔn abo nsɛ ampa sɛ Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic yɛwɔ mfidie mu mfidie kyɛ mfidie enupa mu enupa ɛkyɛn enua nyina da ya wo yadeɛ sɛ ti biara no yɛde betu aseɛ ama wotɔ sonko abɔ nipadua ne emu adeɛ baako ne sɛ wo ba ya dɔktafo no wɔn ma bene wɔn anim te kama wɔn san so agyegye wo so ɛno nti ɛba saa no a yadeɛ no kora ɛda wo so no ɛkɔ no bɛfa so ɔmbɛsɔ mu na wɔn de wo atena hɔ nom no ahwɛ na afidie afa nipadua mu ne yɛdi aduro mu aduro yɛ adupa ɛde aka no ne yɛto yɛde wɔn ase ama wɔn atɔ no krampo no ɛyɛ 95% yadeɛ no bɛdwane akɔ ɛno nti me nua baa ɛne me nua bɛrima me maame ɛne me papa me nua ketewa a wotie me menim yadeɛ no a ɛha wɔ no ebia me ka na wo deɛ no ɛyɛ stroke ana ɛnya wo ama saa berɛ wano fa akyim ama saa berɛ wo fa akyim yɛ wo da faako ama wo fa adwodwo ɛno nti wo brɛ papaapa mepaakyɛw sɛ stroke nko adeɛ a ɛneɛ ɛnso bio kawa no tom na bɔ mmɔden asɛ wodoɔ no bɛkyerɛ mu ɛwɔ yɛasoɛyɛ Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic na sɛ wonya bɛduɔ sɛ pɛ wankasa no wobɛbɔ wo nsɛm na abɛdi adanseɛ sɛ ampa sɛ ɛnyɛ animutwa bi ana Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic ɛyɛ ana yɛdwa ɛfiri sɛ yɛwɔ mfidipa no nupa yɛde to yadeɛ no ase ama wo atɔw minim wodeɛ no nso mekan ebia na anum kankan deɛ kwase buroni ato ne tin halitosis no ebia na no bi ana ɛda wo so ɛno ntanum kankan ti no ama wontimi ɛnkɔ nipam wo kasa gu nipa so sɛ pɛ no obia ɛtwe ne ti no obia ɛpɛ baabi ɛgyina ama deɛ num guaseɛ ɛbrɛw ama empɔwodɔfo wo yiri anansa okunumpo no sɛ wone ne ɛhyia mu ɛwɔ empa so a wontimi mpo ɛmfe na no nanso mekan ebia na pa no fie wo kɔ akɔfe na no yi ɛnum kankan santi ɛbɛfiri wɔnum ɛne ohwenim aba ama akɔsai agorɔ no a mudie no mepaakyɛw sɛ ɛnum kankan kɔ na wɔ so die a ɛntena se ɛmɛmfa no guaseɛ ɛmmerɛw ɛfiri sɛ Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic yɛwɔ ano aduro tatahwe yɛ sɛ wo ba yɛde bɛtu anum kankan na sɛ ɛletɔ soso no ase ama ho atumi atɔ wɔ abusie meeka nso ebia na ɛba ɛna wopɛde atɔ wo nasoɔ wɔware akyɛ emfie baako mfie mmienu mfie mmiɛnsa emfie num ɛkɔ ne nyinaa no montumi ɛngo mepaakyɛw wɔbaa so okunu nsa na mommra yɛasoɛyɛ Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic woba ɛkwan biara so no yɛbɛhwɛ wɔ haw no yɛ ɛkɔ so no ɛwɔ wo twaa mu yɛ no nti ɛnam so ɛma wontumi ɛnya ba no bi ɛmfa ɛnto nasoɔ mepa wo kyɛw mo nyinaa adɔfoɔ no monso mo nsa na momra wo bɛrima nso yɛbɛhwɛ ade korɔ no a ama wo nkwamoa no ayɛ mmerɛ yɛ wo kɔ ba wotim bɔ adwuma meyɛ nso ɛba ɛntimi ɛmfiri mu ma no mesrɛ wo sɛ yɛawɔ nkɔ deɛ metaka kyerɛ sɛ ɛnkwadaa no a wɔn ɛwɔ Greenfield asoɛ no ɛpɛ sɛ ɔbɛde bi kɔ no ebinom nyinaa wɔn sim dodo mu sim nyinaa no kyɛ sɛ ɛnyini ama ɛne mpo yi ɛtutu agu fam ɛnkora ne isu ɛpɛ baabi akɔ akɔfiri mesrɛ wo ada awoɔ nti ana wusu awoɔ nti ana akɔhyɛ wɔn akɔmfɔdi a mepaakyɛw yɛ kakra na bra nungua adogono last stop ɛsɛ junction Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic na Dr. Bright Oko ya Dr. Foni anese fo ma bene no wo mo enhwe niam wunya ba no bi emfa ento na so menia me kan ebia wo teka mu ene mpo wo tijumadi bi wo panitam ya number sa ya didi djuma e wo Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic ya se no eye mienu de de nkan no eye 0243 983 906 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898 0261 651 898 abusia waje number betumi afre sanso pona sabra me kasai yeguso ayaye adwuma no nteno wo betumi akọ entnes na wo yade no entutu enhyeda me paw chew entutu enhyeda na wonnim ebrako a wowuo de na paka ba besu kwa no na obo pidi ede na atum akọ enei enkasa bia me yade no ano nya den na wadi bia afena hya asem ebia me chi kaka na ya me ya ebia me yam kaka na ya me ya abusia wobu okompono a wonam ho na ni so bire no na eno ana wokọ me pa chaw yade bia no aketwa wom yade biara ewodin yade biara efini patrinwe so ebeka no mawe so sa yade no ewo wedie ni emu anempo ewo wedie ni ani said tie biara bomadian afa breye Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic ni enhwem ni entu yade na se emfe wo so na wonya ho tobio na wonsanse wo data mu ane ane ataka se skani ho won no edisa what transfer yade do krowa wo de sa no wawu me patwa wan wadi mpo ne da sai na woni anwoden mesrew sa wo de ni ebia wo dompe no afekere ayam abubu de aye bia sa powder mpa bomodi an fabre fisa sa ne oma we mu an yaje abasobode efi 2018 ebepem enam ne okasai ye adwuma pa ye bo e wo bonsatemu ye adwuma pa ye bo e wo yade biara kanipadua na ye timi tu ase ntino an yaje abasobode de yaje no maimu de yaje na mahodo so international nyina no yaje ho abasobode e chesa mpasa Greenfield de aya sabia adults nenso ye ne di kan ewo man Ghana emu entiminue emre ne ko yade biara tata wo mesi yade babi ehye biara eye diabetes aziche yade ana edi unyam eye koko ana abetan so ane mpomi kan no e bia na eye umoja no ana entimini afisa ne ye eye moja broso ana etata wo eye asthma eye cholesterol na ewo so yade biara ehel no me say bomadi afato aye ewo Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic asiye ye wonungu adokono last stop ese junction wo ba ye be na to yade na se ama woto sonko aba mini ye se wontumi ma ye home care ewo no ne say wo yade no ohun ye dia doctor for ne nurse for betena ka mu e di emfidie ni nuo aka ho ne ye dia ba ofie no ne abeto yade na se am woto nya kwa ho san eno se abaju bibi kuma bi ye bota ne say yade na ye sa wo no wo bani wa ho to no anya wo nipadua ne bio ena kwa ho san wo kwa monten so no akwa akodi ye ho adanse se ampasa ya sabia papa bi ewo baabi e fansa Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic anu ti bomadi afra yen na yentimi emeboa na ho entimi to amese number ni bio aya 0243 983 906 0243 983 906 ana 0261 651 898 0261 651 898 netie ye wo package sonko edman e wo bronya brembra ye bedi bronya ye mpesa wo de yade e be kwa akodi bronya ye be sa feel frase no afa na wusu enti de ye ene say me kan ebia wo yo ba wo menstruation nsebom ni man koye ye se bomadi akwa test ko scan anakwa lab ebra sanso mpo na bema prostate no wo won say de city enti no ye se kwa ye lab ko scan anakwa test ebra ye dom ne pamasem teno wo bana be no ye se won ma ye bedu bibi kuma bi 300 Ghana cedis per 300 Ghana cedis per ne bejo enti Greenfield ye do nteno ya de bia tata me sawata wo de woni ani da so mpa bra na be so we wo ba wo so ni yen eba beto enchia na ba unsa mpa se ye beto ya de na se ama ho etimi atɔ e wa bra bibi kuma bi na betua afei tie ni ye wo enuo mienu adi aba adwa so de di kan no e ye bright soldier capsules the atosum yenum aya bright garlic plus capsules nebusiam nimienu no ye kabom anenom tienie de ente ye ni say ene say onsa wodi kan enum bright garlic plus capsules na ene se no garlic ene yede ayem na eyi cholesterol no eyi efina funu paduamu na meni paduama da ho na ntintin ma do na moja no etumi adiafusane kama ewo ni paduane emu entonom bright garlic plus capsules a eno boapa ama immune system no enya ahode fisane na kuta ni paduanom pamo yade afim sane ni paduane ahoden na control cholesterol no na fe eyi constipation so fe wo so wo na mo nu matoso na watumi edidi na manage obra sugar ne kama ama bibia atumi akoye enti di kanom eno no wiese pe woni paduam ata wonom no sa wo ye bema wadwuma nsani ewo mpaso meni abanso watenka atiayida no abomodian dam na wonom bright soldier capsules bright soldier capsules eye meme drop wa bema ema ni tumi si akan ewo mpam ema ni mpaso gro etimi ekoye meni abema ebia ekraba osisimu ebia mama boni paduam ebi nso afama na adwo ni paduna baso ebia your operation pamochi kase no emo yawo ye drop ani nso what transfer osisi wuntumi ntena wukoto a enye me patron bright soldier capsules ento wonom bright garlic plus new yam na fa wonom bright soldier capsules tianye kambom na enom na ma ahoden so nko ni padua no mu enti ebo ni padua ma ahoden ba no na wutumi nso si akaye ewo mpama mema sam eno mensam ekoye na asasiesie eye wahunsuo no ya wote ewo eba no na ma nkwama na ahoden na akọ oba wa matumi atumi asoba ni nsan na matumi awo afama ba wa mini abanso watenka atiayira no bamadia no bright soda capsules any bright garlic plus capsules ni bi na ebebu amajandi ofrisane no na ensanso amwatenka no etumi abana ni bema no matumi aboduma fine ewo mpaso ama wade no etumi aso abusia baby etu no ton any baby etu no makomako wodi wani tremu am won sabeka bi ewo hono enti bamadia pobra wo kwa wo say bright soda capsules any bright garlic plus capsules ni buo no eda fam bokọ sapin for nantem enu ntabusie wonom edro no na wo san abaya so ye eye greenfield scientific abakaneke nungu adogo na last stop ese junction ewo enkamantam ne etu yade nyina se na watima to na bona brei wan fa yade ani na 2024 yesima wanya hoden watima yaduma de asoma busia no abusia ya kwantidi number de atwato ni ansare so na afei ye nua kwabra obi ansa wonto so enfed medie ni emam ye number no eye 0243 983 906 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898 0261 651 898 Greenfield, God is our healer. Greenfield, we yadie last stop. And on abusa Fred, you pass obisabiano. A quanda from Yaya Crado, Yaya Falcons, and Yanamasi.
All right, so that's it live on a Crown 1.5 Citizen Show. Thank you so much, Odi, for Anayete Nenkano. Yasia Babio, Yasia Nimoshia. Baby Bia Ubiano, Mamua Kwaba. Let's go. Sesa Kwabena, Ojofi Agba on Facebook, James Donko, Anthony Pakalote, Alex Pinto, Magdalene N. Ablo, one more time, young quay, what them, Abba, the Kajua. Thank you. Yes, of course, we know how to do it. Any day, any time, we are the masters. Bunway, the Jay, Memfa Enase Emma Elder Sampa. Yeah, afesane 7th December near the Nyumwe Esikrum. And 7th December. Me pacho enyasa and 7th December. And 7th December. Enti and afesane pepe. Menka de besi. Ghana for afesane menka aseme besi ntramo. Menka monye mesoi. Menka afesane menka nkrahano ene afe pepe. Next year by this time na Accra ha say na nwumwe dam no na Kumasi fo asom na yuji wo hwa Kumasi fo nwumba no mo pe anwumba pa na Kumasi fo hwa 7th December we are say na ejinamu den Kumasi wo betimi aka me chao 5 ha ma modin uwi ni adwene ho dem de mema ho samre e Kumasi no bang mahama sisi an obi attest me say JM one office wo cantonments wasa na odi abegina bontin ho no mo so onko inside no so ogina wo twa osu bempanko abonusum what theater. All right, so thank you so much. Thank you. Baby I come. You see, the reason why some of us, we are very confident. And my main cousin went to Ghana for. Me say, a criminal media practitioner, and a obekacho so or you neutral, or a criminal. TME, or a criminal. You can only be fair right? You can only be fair. And when we talk about fairness, it depends where you stand. Unim dientia. Those who call themselves may MPP ni, but may media practitioner no. Unim said they can't do what I am doing. Do you know why? They are hypocrites. Yeah. They are hypocrites. But we are on yasa fans webi. Because they are afraid to talk about the MPP achievement. Finito. They are shy. Omo fere say omo beje jiba omia ho. They can't. Toilet man, latre boy ba omia. Omo fere. They can't do it. Mouse say, I just want to check if my voter's ID card is still at where I kept it. We go show them Pepe for street on 7th December. Yes, of course. In the face of tyranny, in the face of dictatorship, in the face of injustice, in the face of corrupt acts by government officials, neutrality just means that you are part of the criminals. You can't be neutral in such a situation. that we find ourselves in. Mukwaba, mukwaya. Anakwame, mukwaya, mukwaba. Mukwaya, mukwaba. It's not mukwaba, mukwaya. It's the mukwaya, mukwaba. Meaning, Makase we achire mo ebia se ye wo alternative bia ke ebetwa ye ni akwa akohwe anytime I met say lanche ma ten crop no kase bia no na me tue sidim. Yeah, I laugh. How can you support somebody to destroy you 7 years to destroy the country? When you destroy a country ni wie ya so akwati afrafranto. Na oba be ka kire se o man na sei. Enti yemfa ma wo alanche maten na ye. Me catch alanche maten crofo in 2017 omu wini powerful for say semena na me to alanche maten for. You don't need to be part of this government knowing who Akufo-Addo is, a criminal, a thief. Why join a cromfo no? Woni na destroy my na wie. O da no one no abeka kire ye say. Yen for my na ma ala asem kra de mo fa nto nchen. Yen ka asem papa. Bobie, do you know that even my wife is not happy whenever you are on the radio because I always increase the volume? Come see. Oh, mama. Nyabue. Natri. Una. Natri. Neno blow. Gojilira. Me say media practitioner bi obeka kire o say oye neutral biano. Oye kromfo. Oye wi. Oye kromfo. Obia faye gold. So de kwa akoto oil laba. Oni bakro no oso de koto oil na ba no oso de komu obi a friend middleman. Middleman na hwan ya. Naba omi aka kire say Ghana ni bia nu kwa so ohunu sa middleman no. Omo de oil no bae no. Your friend say and you may be fra oil na send for car agents. And they are telling me I should be neutral. You are telling me I should be neutral. Any media practitioner. Now some me aminu Paul Adomochre. When you say time na me wo asempa FM no na omu gumi so Bobie ye NDC ni no. Na Paul Adomochre no ye MPP for. Unim dia Paul Adomochre ni sefa kan no. Unim dia omu di BT system no. Kwame. No omu ye friends to Randiabe. Right? Randiabe as a MP Satana Randiabe MPP ni. Se ne wa ye NDC ni I can't tell. Randiabe manage his way. Asa Randiabe no radio go no sa Accra for boys na no odwana boje se no address also body kakra no address kama oh I know them a group minimum and they know I know them because I've dealt with them from ages. Me know mo deal here na me afei no me di be 22 years. I saw them minimum. So Randiabe manage his way Charlie, I know this person, 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 I know this person. And with an affiliation with the Mahama family from Baba Ibrahim Numno, Sefa Kaine Paradomochi Num, they were able to penetrate the system. And to neutralize the system, no. And you also a Satan Kwakubako. Okotra Peace FM. Na odin trust can go see asema we are not their source, but your mama and his family they are my friends. So they were able to balance the scale. In the amount who at the crowd or hide behind images just to destroy the NDC. That's all. Today, me a neutral for Kwame. Where are they? One name is Kwame Sefakai. MPP national chairman. One name is Paula Dumotre. Oka founding fathers. UP tradition. Now, I'm saying, I'm going to me name say this never boa Ghana no. Market from day one. Even as Empire FM when they were sacking me, I was still telling constituents and this year they crow and this year. And this year. I don't care. Me found what's up nyamasem. The wood in yamede. Me nko Kempiski. Ma be sha o. Me ni bibia aka. Street. We did a street inside. Everything our back case will be mfaho me mfaho because I'm so much content with myself. Now banuma come konkonte pa na mfifrei me bopeg back ho han ma bopeg back ho no me se back ho twia betie mu na fe kama. Some crew so I'm to home. We am address it. Come on. See, I want to now crow. Oh, bachelor Slamandi. And then I was it means oh, now, open big man, Sam Eddie. And he said, Tessie is crying so, but to one hour, and you make Kwabena. 7 years we have been here. How much music am a media women MDC media for or binum did free or monsem minim baby Lord coming no friends ne your friend is minim baby 7 years we are here, we are still here. Kashek Bay owner 7 years we are here. Yanko baby yanko sina wo mo hwe o mo de kura ya metan o mo ya kromfo wodi MPP fo sika wo so ya kromfo hu awi balao danduru gwaka shege kromfo wo ya kromfo awi hu udi akromfo sika hu. And then I'm a quadro, oh, Fiona. Hey, but Ghana for you. I saw for no Peace FM. No. Oh, yeah, you saw for no. Sa, a mini out Ketuano. Debbie. Charles Osu. Now, Charles Osu. Or software mua. Ya train you. You shall come. Now, the envelope and my bribe. Charles Osu. And Grofo into the major sorry no. The major sorry no. What timid ye? Ubaba ne jiremana jugede. Ho de ho ye nya bone. Ye ma bribe, ye mokro no, ye mfo obire. Maka fe ai ompabo no enkome. Enti me de wo ye bia na asamafui. Me say neutral for ni nyina ene. Obi ehun omo neutral for nyina omo to ada ho. And I will tell you why. And to kono e koso Gaza Al Jazeera omo ye neutral. They are not neutral. Korea stories of BBC here when it comes to Europe. Na ko Africa. Stories omo ye and tell me if they are neutral and also many interest. Omo interest. They have done the analysis. I would prefer to deal with a media practitioner. He believes in something. than somebody who will tell you, oh, maybe I'm a neutral, but you know, and this candy, MVP candy, and this in candy, MVP in Canada, be the reason why I say I can say we can't allow two people to just come and sit down. Me come ho and Kolano and Omu host MPP and this no me yeah no did 21 years from Love FM to Hello FM in Kumasi to Asempa FM ache. Minimum tricks a woman MPP and this communicator. We ba kwete ba kwaka mu. Na ba kwa ka kire ne ke ade we de ukoka na de be problem o be hu se me na me ka kire wo nti de menka ye kwa eya aka ne sei ya host no nim o me ansasi fom a chale na de nka wo ya ache me pa o na so me seda na me ye din ma wo na wanfo wo na chase o mu beat the whole country me san kwase asem na ma me jai sa adwuma no san kwase asem no those days your poor friends and pania kotra asalam down e hona nkomo koso then I'm like why not we see no masa so obi agimi let's tell the person say wagimi or my destiny near di agro no me I don't like games when it comes to issues about Ghana. I don't like playing games with issues. No, I don't like it. Me mempe ye mo game. We all do a mining bo game. Any part 36 million population. What do a mo bo game? And kwala mo di animu ba future. What do you bo game? What Jimmy? Are you mad? MVP ni ko wiye sika no akwa jibi. No aka kire send this ba me cover. Oh, you're fucking my pa. Oh, number 2 amoka. And you're my businessmen. I buy a crown for thieves. And no share businessman. Me de me tria. Or see me tria no me tria. Yes, it's true. They print T-shirt for people. Those who are going for parliament. Wait, Omoko Parliamentary. Omoko businessman. So when they win power, the businessmen don't get the opportunity to steal the country, destroy the foundation of the country, and give it to Omono Abusianfo. That is the sin hanging on our necks. We me know say say Kwame. Other radio stations presenters ni bia ni abre den dia. O ma sha say fa dan for when this mu den. Oh, Sami Jafi dem hu ni papa. Yes, Sami Jafi me body. Omo ma sha se fresh and dogbe nom o ma ne bo ama Felix nom eduji kura de na asam ye na hin kakra eduji se won pe kwa asam kura ana wono so oka ho you know what is this anyo o mine ya na sa no. You can run a genuine business and ubenya kakrawa. Me no ka say businessmen no ebobo mo ade sika omo de bekwa akogya NDC empanimfo sebe ya omo ba why are we doing this? I'm proud to be before Mwadi. Enti e kasa se ya na ayisami okunum ne sa Forest Boys no number o mi ahono no mo sre omo practicing Jimmy Sahama abeda ne omo something common destroying the country no omo feel say ya the papa ye bo game ye masters. What is the meaning of ye master of evil? What do you get? Omba catch us omo di boni wi ade kwa no omo wuye no So they don't care. They read different kinds of books. Machiavellian books. The Eye of the World books. Evil. Omokai books. Evil books in the night. Omokai nyama basa basa basa. And they have different kind of theories. In Jomu Dibonia, they don't care. They have books. Catch them say there is a world after this world, and in that world you can become a leader there and to gather more money. Yes. They do. They read those things. Omu read this and it's sad. I wish we have about 3-4 strong political parties in Ghana. Strong. Because our game the two member from. Say Ghana, you decide say we won't toy with our future. And you better your system now the system to work. Look, there are so many things you can do in Ghana legitimately. Ubenya also no kakrao. But obi pa manabro so bet me see die 100, 200, 300. No mu kum nkrofo won sase so e fa nkrofo sase. They are killing people. They have land gas kum nipa. To amomo. Unim say kwame unim say enkran sase no a omu twitwa lashibini ade state lands no. Go journalists for no bebre akwajibi. Journalists for no bebre oma akwajibi. State lands. Ya kwame unim say Samsiahi na Samsiahi deputy minister works answer. Almost see affordable housing bi. Ewo say kon area ho NDC time. Na first day na so kura nipa da sani o na yire me wo de wa ye ho say wafo nyina ekwagibie na nkwagibie me kwa Samsiahi office 1 say ken 1 na mkwa ka chen say me pe affordable house ni bi. To be honest, eboa obokire me no me free office o na ma fere ama me ame ho mansi obio mensi obio da adan me kwato sa boy we o City FM boy no akasa ya no me ye money show anapa no. Oh, one friend say, oh, nice guy bisa. Oh, serious bisa. What? The last guy. I've learned slim one no. And then the last guy. Yeah, that day me continue. Some say in office so. Me continue. Oh, I say, buamena yen destroy system no na me benefit it. What do you benefit from that? What do you benefit from that? Okwala shibia state lands near the debt oni nyina. Umuna mo problem first ayi miami nu eketu e Dominic Kisim Musa no. So oni mijeto. Why do you do that? Why? Can't you be content? Yes, yeah. To become rich is good. But there are so many legit ways in Ghana. You don't need to be a crook, a snitch, a backbiter, a froster to survive. You don't need it. We need people to straighten up the system. Yẹn fa ọman amamu ọmọ game. Yemfa on my advertisement game. No, yemfa mbo game. You don't do that. Yemfa mbo game. Don't do that. I can't see myself staying outside Ghana more than 6 months, 1 year. Memba me krum. My longest time I'm outside Ghana, 1 week. You know, Grandma Miu. Baby, I'm de me quiet. Kwame me da na bibi gina me so, bibi gina me so sa ade chia. Oh, me dia afere me na e kro gum na mo fa me nko. Mo fa ma nko me se da awu. Wo de opa mo try se mo bema na otwe ase abeto me wo ha. Me se da awu asem bia e be ye mo nwanwa. Omo na omko change me ticket date na omo de me buy. Free o me free lu prebio. Nko ya hwe. There is no place like home. We have a beautiful country called Ghana. We have a duty and a charge to safeguard the pillars of this country. The reason why we wake up every day and we drive all the way down here to come and talk. Sometimes we do mistakes. Sometimes we get it wrong. Sometimes we get it right. Sometimes we go angry. Sometimes we go overboard. Yes. I would prefer to be called NDC journalist than me neutral. They want to be seen before the scientists, the big men. But they are hypocrites. How can you hear Onipa and who Manas Azuri? These were the guys who claim you're neutral. One said you can Manas Azuri no more campaign make for that time. Obviously there be. A one and you open a Bruno Prepra no. After you also know or secra kwa also koto Samsung odru secra na omo de seminar na amano scam enti time all copy obi amana bedi o my way so na all kofa Kufuado no na onim say scam but what you are just stupid. Yes, you are stupid. You are stupid because Samsung office eziosu ejosu na si u free fi esa koto Samsung o kono a wu gina cycle no na Bobie ansa gina ho ka kire wo say bro I have one ombebu enti kosu ombese ma warrant na mo warrant no a say o hwehwe wo mo kra no a wo behu wo mo what the front udru eya me gina ho a me ka kire wo na ka kire me say wo PhD o ka Queen's English Jimmy. I just want to prick your conscience. Never again should we allow such people to deceive this system. Omo de brofo space. Paper space no mishire. Omo do omo abo. Omo share do omo bo ICGs. O say ICGs ne danka nom no and what doctors ne san crofon asore no. Aha. Me o say Benadavira Daniel sofo. I say, or no more Holy Ghost fire conventions, ne a women forum near Ade. What am I own 10 years? When they are doing that, they know what they are doing. It's a gateway. They use it to enter the system. Yes. Now, nyamia bia nipa no a I and I for no ya ni ehwe kro no so anadwo. We see them. But you see, no crash no esha. So those 1 hour kano krano car, no craft for no ketu ebi neti. Me neutral, no one in the mood, sir, no in the mood, sir, no in the mood, sir, no in the mood, sir. They meet at pubs. No more sre. When they end this vamage them, every vamage them. Why Jimmy? Why Jimmy say? And the end this near yard, they know to be cancer and say, Master Jan Quasi. I didn't know who didn't never say or mine. Jai. And he said this in say on Casa who be what. And so what? And so what? Me a good father so on Casa who be what? Me a good father no me dey dey we ase. Me fa good father nya hwe. Me hia no we ase aye hwe. Ba o me fa nya hwe. Frem o pare me fa nya hwe. Lo kwa me no kura de me yogu nanum. Me fa nya hu. You lo kwa me ye nipa. Ayi bra champion. Bra champion we. Bra champion we. Bra champion nya ni MPP ne ba power. Ena nya ndisi fo na so tam contract man no. We bra champion we wa bra be no abo. We me de na ya dey me fa nya hwe e na hwan osafo mafo boya we me de na ya dey we se di pade ya kromfo na ntimi kan che so wo ya kromfo ugu o man no ya kromfo we no ani abre no ho ani abre sai it is endis ni ya kromfo no be ha o man no a wouldn't be hearing him can't just message and I don't know what you know. Say legitimate business. Look, let's go. Let's move on. I don't have any problem. We have a duty. We have a charge. Mama ain't destroy on my way. In Chilimanam Rame Toso. No more so. Omoninji and Hokakra. Yes, sir, on my way and for so be any so. In the name of friends, family, ye book game. Madame Funono. Eno akodi NDC madam fu no akodi MPP me ne o ka sei NDC fo no bia ni abre ne na MPP fo no so jejen kakra me nua wa mame a ye ba chale wan bi oni ye ba ya na ye bebo ho ban. Why are you doing that? To any conscience, you want to live large, big, to die or death track, a friend say, a Trasaco, Reggie Manuel. Near whom say yes. Here I come. There are some people in NDC right now, they are richer than those in government or a Jubilee House. I'm telling you, they are there. I remember transmitting assembly, and the person showed me evidence, a video. I was sad. My work against Akufo-Addo has nothing to do with the NDC, and that is why I don't get tired. In this anyamani bo wanka eya NDC foni bi nam suma say ya nenka abu abam me NDC wo ho NDC ni ho me say MPP is a criminal organization, a terrorist group. If I get any credible person, I will join hands with him to fight them. They are criminals. Omo ye mamoya fo Akufo-Addo ye kromfo ba no kromfo. He's a thief, a criminal. Bobie is an armed robber, a reckless man. I don't need NDC to convince me. No. I need my conscience. When I came from Kumasi to Accra, they thought, say, so NDC. The issue was not about the NDC. I saw President Mills and I felt like, look, between Mills and Akufo-Addo, Akufo-Addo is just a devil. He's just coming to disturb this country. And I'm a proud supporter of Atamils. You want some opponents, some for beto, Abakura, or my friend in France, so make what to be. Or mamma mia, maybe I don't care. Not to my Tamils. I'll do it again. Me. It has nothing to do with NDC. So when Kokuno Mone, Saboys Nisha says, or more roughy waters, they thought maybe I should join them. No. Anything I could for Baumia, I would choose NDC. Yes. Maybe that should be the alternative view of where Papa. I believe that your mama will come and do the right thing. I'm not saying, say, omunye mistakes. But your mama, no, John will not do it. Say my Bank of Ghana, 2 billion, and mommy representing by $7 billion. Na mimko di, na mimko $3 billion. Ewo IMF. Na skana wucha mame no. Me here parliamentary approval. John Mama will never do that. John Mama is not stupid like Akufo-Addo. He won't do it. He won't do it. John Mama will not take 10 million Ghana cedis. Enka me kra be me ya, makoma be me ya. Ebe me ya. Ebe me ya. Mehuno as president pay. So I have that confidence in him. That he won't do that.
Bring it on.
What a trotro what a tax mu. Listen to me. Listen to me. We are not here just because. Let me tell you this. Those who know me very well. In fact, Awurade adom enemy nua koko enyi de ho Roma. I was more closer to Mills than I am with JM. Trust me. Yamfomo mfa o mayade o. Just using your links to loot the country. Yamfomo mfa o mayade enyade papa. So nyamiso obeshira wa, God can use legit means to bless you. What company maku 150. Utimi di 50 ekoye bidding. MPP ba no age. Then this ba waje. Ekoko to onim judges. MPP ye won e prepra ho. NDC ye won e prepra ho. First pa ye di bronya omo cha no eja omo mame mo. Na we have some we koka na se do ba koka kire ro. Me se be ye mfie nsia ni. E free MPP ba ye omo cha omo mame o. Omo mame. We December ye omo che. Media fo ni nyina benya bi. Omo mame. Ga no kra na eja. Ayi eduru bronya omo di sini suma mesumi nya kakra no kra wa block me. Uwia wa mine na meka che so olumai. Uwia wa mine no dodo. Ade. Wia kitu ebie. Neja kakra. Uwia ni nyina ese wa mine no. Onipa obedi sai. Say ya no onipa obedi. Ono agambire fucking mine no. Ayi araji. Se no onim so ombe china tum no cars no. Enra no obi ka kire me agambire. Yesi agambire timi eyeso obeche cars ewo Kempiski. Ema nko ahụ sama lie. Oh my sika. Why are you doing this? Why? Your man for creative godfathers. Where you oluma mo cha ya mo mam kakra. Ah. Ade isukura homo se o man increase no. Media fo nyina benya o mame. Adai. Me doka. Ase me kan say me ka wan pe na me kan. Wo cha mo mam bi. Be ma. Ga no kra na ayi ebesi ni so no meru afini dimpo. Wa block me. O mame adai. Ke mo ya mo mambi. NDC ye ba mo no mo na besi adie. Nsesa ye bia ma. Bibia ma NDC ba mo no mo na be cha adie. Ema ntiwe no mi meja kampo. Tu de ya mam kakra. Ko ma ya mambi. Mambi. Adie bay. 2017 December mo amame. 2018 mo amame. 2019 mo ama me hwe mo saa me compreni adai me se maja aka NDC ba mo no mo na beyo bibia nsesa ti wudi mam kakra why mam kakra bro nya mo ho yira me first ba mo boto ba kunu mama me oye tim krofo asi krom no me so me di manwa mo asi so ma akọ Johnson ho akoto Kofi see mo ase why say Kwabena why the U10 why no the U10 omo dey say be omo aduru no and this ba still omo no omo na bedi o enkwala no a enkwala akromfo no omo ba no na yesi ayire ye ho ayire wo mo so omo ma mewia ye na omo no ba bia we mo aduru no o ya wo bibia enye ye omo no omo na bedi ko and this national headquarters kokohwe ko MPP national headquarters kokohwe omo no omo na bedi wo ya ho bibia enye ye o kan bebre kura no a NDC beba no beba no ba no ma tupunu num o ma ho tiani asa dia o dia adi ko kan na bronya de mu ma mi biewi ti o dia ye man kan yi a o dia jai mam kakra mam kakra bi hey last 2 years ayi your friend say we ayi akoy ye bi ref fini dink me bola oh no ayi last 2 years 2019 na obacha me mo ene ayi Starkis aha 2020 wa mame ade a se 2020 makoya campaign akwa kase tema port ogugudo wa family anka ho mesi me hwe ni mu se ya metuo from hey enti afia so mo kai adofo mo anka me o ma mame ena me kosi a akwana ode ba last one there no you kosi an Metro TV anymore no minim ni din minim nanim but minim ni din because sia no baby na say bema na bronya ba kono media for na da men ka ho na o se a o mtwiro mi din no na papa no ba pe oba pe say o mo anyimi di amfiri mu a obeti tipipa no mu na o mu yi mi din firi mu ti se mu de mo se sa na mbe no a panini de on de say no manase azuri kura try anye yi we ayi ya friend say NDC fo iba ono de say de e ka ba fie o mo ne bakoso ane na ba because amafo akwaji t-shirt sponsorship abem various constituencies national executive elections yes the omo ya no ya no na ma eya money crash na ewura your system no yes the ade omo ya no I'm telling you grassroots no so munimo ade omo ya no engineer a very difficult say you can deal with crook criminal businessmen, and that is why Obi to say Magdan are very confident. Yeah. Magdan Odin komo me yete. Say I want for 4 almost circles ni mu. Odin komo yete. Oh, Bobie nom. So omo de omo Jimmy na omo di hia be se akọ omo krom asante mampon. Obi me asantini ye hia no. Yeah, me my adwene 99 weapons. Yeah, the pesca. Me have my use mu just 2. I can 97. Yeah, asase we yes no. Ehia asantini pese hia na ne hia no. Yeah, bia enim de be. Anytime, you know what to do. Anyway, thank you. Me bacha star 413 hash. CMG sketch there. Nyame nhira mo. Ma me nkoye adwuma bi sesi a 24/7. And hey, Kobi fiagbo si Bobie you fool. Na me boa. Koko se Kobi de onim. Kobi onim nipa kura me kara se mi. Ono ba bi a waduru no. Baby ono waduru no. Ono mo ane bedi. Uye ni bibia enye yi. Ono pa de. we should forget about any accountability. So we will use an accountability for system. Because some people say only wabo MPP porn wabo NDC po. Boni oni NDC for ni bi edino. Say NDC try no a edi ebe pie okromu ano. Nyasem kuma. Why na sign? Why na cover contract the buy? Ana some MPP for no so wabo so po. So I'm try a case beba that's been contract no aba one aban bia or den saka na you no go fit what do you bema fansaka yeah manase zuri sha se dey mesre say yeah e ko si aga wo ya bema fa won saka ombe pressa no oh beat oh skill no say we say beat no oh maybe o dey porado watch na say e o dey run the aba say master tatisie sure what do you know? You don't know anything. Small boy, you don't know that thing. I'm teaching you that thing. What's that? Among folk 159 skills. After no more use 3. Me come chiro. What's it why you wouldn't name the akoso? Oda wada. Ye be brepa ansa ne tu ne maase wo kromu a. Ye be bre. Because apapa no doso. Yent be insane ansa ne egu ako. Sometimes I sit back not because maybe you are a saint. But you feel like me watching, you know, what? Come here. Yanko drivers now. Yanko. Sure. Afe 2020. Ghana from Echremo there. 7th December 2020. Me mamo flashback 4. Famiko Techiman.
Everybody must leave the hall. Everybody must leave the hall, please. Oh yeah, leave the hall. Oh yeah,
Hey,
That's how they MPP party military MPP party police to intimidate and attack their opponents. Jane Mensa and me and Kahoshe. Anyway, all right, that's okay. Pacho, if it's not menko. Young drivers, young drivers, Jumano. Thank you. Just a reminder of what happened on 7th December 2020. Thank you. All right, live on Accra 100.5. One more issue statement be from a drivers association on a year 24-hour policy. And Mame okay, all right, so I have it here. Press statement by transport operators on Mohammed's 24-hour economic policy. And Omo Same Amwa Deputy PRO GPLTU Anna Nensasha Sie Sao na David Agboda PRO Sidak and Yaberima True Drivers Powili Chairman Concerned Drivers Association of Ghana Omo Nyana Akeka Omo Wabum Eya Omo de Ensemu Yababa Betuja. All right, so quick one, let's go. Na yankwanko check it. Mamene aye Same Amwa, who is the National Deputy PRO, the GPLTU, in Nkomo. Onia Akwaba.
Kenya.
Pacho boko de.
Boko Bobie.
Aja yahu krate bi transport operators endorse Mohammed's 24-hour economy policy.
Okay.
Dia chechire mu kakra.
Many of them that the only one say no cre ye ashenkafo na ashenkafo nso de wo mi say obia ewo ne political party a odi echi oto aba de ma no na mumu normally ni ye hye ade a ebetimi aboa eye ashenkadwuma no enti si yetimi hu ade ebetimi aboa ashenkadwuma na na ni eja ye nyina yetu anamo na ye di echi Yenyan ntie se eye yura John Dramani Mama or ye Frankatu for the ma NDC amanyoku no every 24-hour kind of system be back na yedo mo suko kakra na ebehuru se eye dwumadie bi a ebetina boa ya hyenka dwuma no ene se no ukoye stations ni bebre a meme ankasa me secretary ewo Ashama traffic light branch Oba your station as you see, I checked cars in Mummy, the MB. One group call now, a China saw more parket, now another group is sober. A Jumana say, any other things they bring up. Young father said, what to call Krana, if they are short to full, repair filling station, they are to full near it. Ubeba on the night of my phone, and I'm say security wise, and some of them are saying, you will say, Abino etimi the system bi say ba na 24 hours jumadie nyina betimi akoso factories ni companies ebe juma ebe bo am mo betimi employ more can say worker Omo employ more workers ebi kwa anadwo a ebe ma ye stations no so atimi arane eye anadwo ni na ebe nya passengers afa ebe ma nso the traffic congestion a ewo krom eye during the daytime no so no ebe timi abafom e kire say taxi driver be timi di traffic mo na o shifu ole onya passenger emfa nti say ko ba ne say me wa konya me de be ye adwuma anadwo nso menya passenger afa dia na say ebi be timi ahumi ewia na ebi nso aye
but same offer same obi a woti obebusa say but anajo cars ye adwuma cars to kai ko boga tamale STC eko OA enkran Kumasi to Accra. So what is new?
New mean say no cre cars to kwan ko sa amia but yem bisa say cars nyina so nyanya akonya edi ye adwuma wo sa anajo nso aye ka ho asini ampa OA4 ne ade omo e kan say passengers are to quite record night ne ade but the ba taxis adwuma tro adwuma any ade a anajo stations ni bebre nya ade a acha be 10 11 passenger bia emma biom enti sa system beti na ba beboa ma yi na to sa OA4 ne ade a wo ke kwa no omo so de dey increase na tro for ni taxi for de so top of na no so atini epeja at the same time so no yes for say what could DVL na ukoko renew people na say DVL sa o ko na lie abo pay so ko che 24 hour system it ni adwuma DVL o be ko na adwuma na so wo ye adwuma enu so betimi aboa ye mra e kan say aboso kan market say o ka say na say when timi NCS during the daytime and I say anadwo anya dia obenya spare parts dey ato obia mechanics anya dia on sabe count but our system ni na timi adwuma ebenya mechanics say adwuma anadwo ukọ spare parts market a won so ye adwuma anajo enti uka na say anajo na nya fe na wo twen ma ade achi and so abesisi no edu bitimi aboa e ma ye adwuma bi a ye di no so no etimi akodadim editi na driver for ye tibi trans na esi dadi say adwuma bi sa e ba ye no ye ndoma manyoko ye nta manyoko bi achi na mum adwuma bi a wo de ba na ye hwe say that boy ye so etimi esom ni etimi edi achi eno ni abehu se eno no betimi aboa ya ahyenkafo eni ti na ye so ye di achie abohu de wo se system say badia eni ya be stress ahyenka ni bi owo Ghana bia no ontimi ensom ni amom mpai se betimi abana timi aboa ya ahyenkafo
na ofasabe eyade bia mo discuss GPRTU across the country mo discuss monya engagement with omo the policy ni eba no mo tiasie yi.
Oh yes, the American is yetimi atiasia because atiasia yenya wo ho ne say the bi kankan no ye ka 24-hour policy a omde be ya na say 24 hours no bibia be function factories be adwuma companies be adwuma other institutions na ebetimi aye adwuma nti say ba le sa bia na ya hyenkafo nso ebetimi aboye that is the understanding that ye wo ho Bobie ba jo the American say
yeah me follow.
Yeah, any antiasi ayewo ho ni say system si nyina timi ye adwuma ya hyenka for media ade ye me deti tru pa wo pa ni mechanics aye benya omo mechanics a ye benya omo anadwo bi a o ka say betimi enya baby a obekoko ye o ka ye at the same time squad area some organizers squad there are some few areas bi anta o na obetimi enya 24-hour omo ye adwuma e organizer. But with this system, no, Obia don't say, oh, Anaju, me here, Juma, I mean, so many minutes, coming for Tanawa, Obia, Emma. Likewise, spare parts markets are here, come with me. And only other thing I say, you be who say, bet my boy.
But my answer now, Becono. On say, Omu raising Komobi, and say, offer STC say, ya, they already have policemen at Omunum Etukwai. Ain't Omoka 24-hour policy no. Omoka security already. Security is in the system. But GPRTU for some way more genocide.
Oh, the only thing I say, security is in the system. But Yemisa say, a cocoa bruising. Vehicles saying, and now Omutiminia security did it. As sa policy eba me no ka say substation any other areas nyinaa no ebetumi anya saa security bi enye kind of be but travel from maybe Accra to Tamale and Accra to Border enko na obenya saa security me no ka say the area example na fata say the security agencies to employ more kind of security personnel they will do that because they know say system no area juma 24 hours and you know yes the security may baby but me yen say Kwabena says our system every year juma increase the security system no and my baby security ni ho nyina na timi akọ no obi anso ho etian
one drivers associations various akudo na kasa
yeah me no ka say ye ne cooperative for edin komo protoa for enso edin komo concern for ejinamu true brothers for enso jinema me no ka say yegusua ye ka ho asem say ye betro omu nyina say enye say license su bia biom GPRQ, a non-partisan organization. Abadia by a million Juma. No woman, ye share me out what they ban a bed boy, ye and why ye solitia. No woman, ye said, ye very dear, it's me ban a Friday, I and Capone boy. Inti ye bother with it, I send Capuku Caninano, the Bomodian said, on the society. Now ye be a chiamon 5 to me about. Said the other stations here, over Wapaki cars here there and Minya passengers. Of course, some other stations are. Obi to me parking the car. There 4 days, 3 days. No near being quiet. And this Kwabena says, "I just come here, Juma." And Kwabena says, "We are making many Juma every year. And who there will be so I
Okay. I just am that's it an area, baby.
You are Bobie and Sumada to the train. I'm sure.
All right, so that's it. Live at 100.5 Citizen Show. My main kofana na kwaku bofa ewo Parliament. Omujire musisi ya ye reporter, ye parliamentary correspondent. Na kwaku.
Chairman, Commander.
Emra shebe your film to say budget na say boy nkomo.
Some member to for Kwaba and na shebe the CRC said me no. And then you heard me say budget for 2024 no there no ombedi atumo. And then the other say JBR na chame ebetnase be dogere ba kuma ni no betnase ya shafi nani achapa ni yana say numbers na ono transfer meeting na minority fund yo matini amasha omo mpisi bido na edi aba nkuru bi da hode na so do na wo mo officer na meetings upon meeting omo nyina ayo na what we tell mo no mo share so mother part no na minority for na aka enipa nyensa a mo maye honorable Senator Rollins ana na face so honorable Mahama Ayaraja ana face so ye asen of Masibedwani ye kwato no so aba na nsia so enche ye no so no so eniwo ono de wahira kwan se okọ abuchime makwa kwahero yare kakra ba ntino nemom ye nim so beba na so ma ye tete se asewaba asewo maaye bia na take by surprise na o twa me di pim ha sei na eye majority side ndom do no so no na enipa me sasa so ena na eniha John Ambotia Kuma Deputy Minister for Finance no oniha ono kra de ye ready budget ni na oniha na so yenti anya na sana na ho do no kakra wa jaira kra na emu odin enso so ena oba wo ni ma ti ni ma to kakra da papa no enya bia na ho sheda efa ne sa afi so no honorable Kennedy akomprako Japan eye ase central na ti bigani wono so no na ono so eni ho enso na me no ka sei baba owo na se be fi ha Sarah just for the make Kwabena MP so wa ha sei ana afi nipa ba kwa no ni ho eye ladies and cancer board ono eye deputy minister for foreign affairs na ono so ni ho na share last week no enso make say key people abebo mu di na no apart from myself MP no enya dia na hu ni na no na hu mu fi ase enti right honorable speaker Alban Cape of Kwabena that na say utimi say all the chief people ni na abere another prayer and why word bottle line should machine ko fo no dina kwa no kawa ko wulam wo jabonti ye de kwatna say say course no de ya no mo ye say obi a onyam maaye no de obe he so ba de du ha you say Omubi Echo COP28 conference no Dubai nti ye say dodo na ba be piem ha sei na mom no ebi mo ba ebi mo nya me duye dom dodo no ene omu nyina na atinu abade na so me no ka say de dodo na de wo ma ba ye say omo maka so betia ba saa so na minority for no de nti aye so omu nyina de wo ma ba on tebe akonya so de a na so wo share officer on so monitor na du abato no to a abada so na ba na mom kwaba nsema yes, so that job for year to say, yeah, the say, omo issue back banner, yeah, the two, yeah, my DNA, other 22 items, and they're restricting your senka, mobile, it's an airline, and you suspended, and I say you need through, no, and no, minority, nanka, omo, so how my work at your pan, our budget, and Minister for Information, could you upon Coma at the absolute and so for me, say, a buy a suspended airline until further notice omuka kungeji stakeholders ni na no mati omo nsem nsem ayi outstand omo nti ase nema wo institute na a buy a suspended for now and ya dey believe sa airline bi mo suspended until senti ase atile ya duma no bi sem hye ne bo kwan bi fa so be hye no o ma hye ni yi e bi sa bi sa ne sem bi ne mo bi dran say ombe widen stakeholder consultation no on betimi amemwa da ho me kire komodi a omo import no me kire butafo ene mo keka ka ho ni na no omo nsamo wo da dre no mo koda na no matete ni na no o betimi age wono mo ha no mama ne no mo timi atwa ansem na akwa yi ansa na aba no de ba wo de aba ananse bi wo so ya waye enti yenim se eno na aba no asuspend no e betimi amakwa ne mo da ho to do ana say concern bi ma minority culture regime efa we say free we say pardon no not tax bi da so yes for you and only free to look at the way the firm no neighbor no so we only you and you total free na ebo no mra from na enye fofofo emfa ma wo mo enti no no so no ye nyanyantie say e bia ne finance minister about the address on that. And you know, because our concern when you address here, it means a smooth passage of the door, about to that's really a bit in Yako. In minority for the police surprise at the time, Parliament, the one in the city here. Hey, be an change now, or master and CCBD another day. And on the other direction, if you are afraid now, your statement, if a local assembly election now, when who did that? Central Force and Minister can Central Force and Bobie Bono and form you should pay much attention and no one said no one can affect you to tell me you are home so that you are twaba Emma the DT Akoso Emma and Potem and mentioning Amamuno etini afana ntuma pepa na akoso kama the dia betini afoto chen de better committee so area ebetini abo ama no etini akonka enti kamla musami a esema ekoso me ase be na mo no press conference dia ba so ni bi tela ba so se me wo na betima maka ho asema na maka ho asema
me pa so ko yenko
koma na me boso dia ena no pay ana John Jinapo John W. Jinapo MP for Yapekuso wono de na ensemble to Centrofoni na ne se nyane se na ohwani nia Samuel Jinapo wo TV so president information mission keka ensemble do bia lithium ayanya yakwe aban person sign bill a company ni bi Balari DV company and mabodi ni ya Balari DV company omo ene Ghana ban ebe ye contract ya be sign e yin say your former chief justice Edna Nwatum bi ye Supaya Kufu Edna Nwatum was a issue no bi na no na George Napo say enema bi wo a kwache kakra enema bi nto yi kakra na or three abana dress so the other dress so and say was say that agreement we no e was say e bamma se be fie no mo bobo ho no mo tisi mu yi amamra se be fie a when international agreement at then na ban me to me bia da minister bia me to me bia da so what the purpose as and contract at just a bamma se be fie enti amra de bi ka tie constitution no etia say we kwan say ban etia papa nto mo mpene on be twe aban no agina ba so ne mom no omusa emma caution emma Balari say we no engage anything illegal wɔyɛ adeɛ biara mfa mmara kwan so the next NDC government ɛbɛba a wɔyɛ possible government ɛbɛba 2024 no ɛbɛ suspend ɔmo dwumadie na hwehwɛ mu ama ɔmo de afa mmara kwan so ansa na ɔmo ti na ɔmo adwuma na mmom ɔka kyerɛ ɔmo sɛ mo ti mu ne ɔmo de ɛyɛ yodom saa nkɔ ɔmo hwɛ na ɔmo toto nneɛma ɛnyɛ saa deɛ a ɔmo bɛyɛ ho investigation ɔmo bapa wɔn bɛyɛ investigation ɔmo suspend ɛne yɛ baako wɔse ɛnɛ lithium no abɛyɛ the order of the day ɛno amansan da so no ne boɔ ayɛ den asɛ sika akɔ ne boɔ ayɛ den asɛ diamond ne boɔ ayɛ den kwampo asɛ koko nti ɛsɛ sɛ Ghanafoɔ tumi nya mfaso wɔ lithium agreement na ɛbɛ abɛkɔ so bɛtu bɛma ne wɔ central region no ɛsɛ mo tumi yɛ wo hyehyɛ yie na mo tumi da hɔ fan na Ghana tumi nya so mfasoɔ na mo nkɔyɛ sɛ nipa baako mmienu bi kɔ isu dɛdɛdɛdɛ na ɔmo mpere nti ɔmo se minority ɔmo bɛgyina ma ɔman Ghana na ɔmo ayɛ hyehyɛ bia nneɛma bi ɛsɛ ɔmo yɛ bia ama mfaso bie ɛde aba so ama ɔman Ghana no ɔmo se mo mfa mo ani ɛnto ɔmo so ɔmo bɛyɛ ɛde ama mo kama ɛde biribiara bɛtumi akɔ yie na no akyi ɛno a wɔte sɛ ɛyɛ Sam Nati Gataro Kano di India George MP for Nigo Pampa ɔno nso ɛbɛyɛ press conference ɛbrɛ na yɛbɛ sɔre yɛbɛ adjourn Parliament na ɔmo kɛse nka LGBT anti-gay bill no ɛyɛ proper sexual human rights and family value bill no ɛno nka yɛde bɛkɔ because speaker bɛtena na ɔsɛ ɛnɛ no ɛsɛ nkɔmokɔ so nanso so na ɔmo kɛ chairman no mu no nti no ne bufu yɛ sɛ ɔbɛbobɔ din ne sɛ ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa sɛ mote ho asɛm a na no ɛna chairman of the committee no aba bɛ responde ɛne abufuo deɛ ɔde bi ba papa ɛna no wɔkyerɛ sɛ daabi ɔnhyɛ da ɔmode berɛ wɔbaeɛ no ɛyɛ ankorankora wɔsɛ ɛsɛ CSOfoɔ ɛne human rights activists foɔ ne ansɔresɔre ne maako petition mu na yɛ 200 ɛde ɔmo anim na wɔsɛ ɔmo tena se so tie deɛ ɛho hia n'asɛm na wɔse sɛ ɔmo tena se biara ɛka ɔmo bɔ no ɛyɛ 100,000 ɛde 250,000 ɛde ɛka wɔm a ɔmo yɛ se tie biara na wɔmo brɛ ɛka ɔmo bɔ na parliament bɔ no ɛno no na ɔsan atwerɛ ni sɛ ɛnyɛ bu atayɛ na mmom no ɔmo nyinaa na akɔ attorney general hɔ akɔyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ ɛdɛbɛ bi ɔmo kɔɔyɛ ɛne adeade ho yɛ constitution mu kora na anti ɔnkana natural knowledge ne nyinaa no ɔmo hwɛ yiyɛ biribiara deɛ ɛsɛ sɛ ɔmo de bɔ mpɔ ɔmo de aba a ɔmo de report na aba bɛ consideration stage afei ɛwɔ sɛ ɔmo to mbo ase yɛ na deɛ na ase deɛ sɛ aso obi na ɛpere ne ho na obi na ɛmpɛ sɛ ɛbɛba soɔ ɛna ɛbɛ sɛ bɛgu yi tiamehene abamba bi anim ase na deɛ ɛwɔ nyinaa ne hwɛ yi wɔse dabi ɛnyɛ saa nɛteɛ sɛ ɔmo yɛ kasa adeɛ a ne wɔboa anaasɛ ɔno chairman no wayɛ ne ho duaburoni bi ntɛdeɛ bi na ɔtetɛ ntɛ baabi sɛ ɔma ade ne ma so a na ɛnyɛ nokorɛ na mmom no yɛmmɛ yɛ no wei wɔse wei berɛ wei ɛbaa yɛ nkyɛeɛ yɛ ɔbere dadadada wɔ hɔ a wabobɔ bu din ɛyɛ wei sɛ bere sɛ deda hɔ dadaada no yɛnka ho asɛm na ade na wei nanse yɛbaa yɛ ne yɛtue no ɛsi sɛ ne yɛbɛka ho asɛm a bɛsi bi aba dadaada no deɛ yɛnya nka ho asɛm ɔsɛ ade na ne yɛnka ho asɛm na wei na ɔmo ayɛ nkɔto bɛte do ne kɔmo yɛ press conference no nkɔmo ka bere sɛ adada ho asɛm ne nyɛ wei.
Your call has been put on hold. Please wait. Your call has been.
Hello.
Wait.
Hello. All right, the MCL is so okay, so and you may free Parliament Urban Honorable Suleimana. Okay, so Baba Babe can't hear home. I was say Yenya Alfred Ogbami, senior media practitioner and former PRO de Ghana Gas, right? Yes, is here. Chairman Akwawa. Boko there. Your friend say this issue about drivers endorsing a year 24-hour policy, meaning last week some 2 or 3 driver unions, then today GPRTU issue statement on it. Say drivers in the bebwa Metesano will be argument with other sister stations. Say already drivers are working. Oshe STC, Anajo, Omutukwai, OA, cars from Accra, Kumasi to Accra, do 1 a.m., 2 a.m. So, and yet BB new bia. I don't know whether you have heard that argument.
Oh, that's our argument. Yeah, it's uninformed.
Why?
Okay. I'm in chance here from Ebruchi, Britain. Somewhere it's about 24 hours. They have a 24-hour economy.
Yes,
but they recently appointed a night czar.
They appointed what?
Night czar. So it's CZAR. Russian.
Okay.
And Najua, Cheso, no, Obia. You find it's a night mayor. But the czar is a Russian word.
I see.
And they were talking about how to, it was a major issue, improvement of their 24-hour economy, and then jobs, the additional 24-hour economy in Beijing. Meka UK, and yet Ghana.
Okay.
And so when I say it's uninformed, though, yeah, ubisa. Argument to me when I say, I mean, can be before baby. Otherwise, I didn't put in a new. Other fears it as a buy a new. I'm more if he say when the argument was being made, you know. No, we see in Kuma ye be no. Then yeah. So now in Kuma ye be what Ghana was in you. And Africa have free as a new. In fact, the whole world new.
I get
UK education from Akwada up to university is basically it's almost free. Americans are, unless you want your child go. In fact, the Western world, their countries are, it's even up to university. Your child allowance is like Norway.
Okay.
We can say Abroche. My name Africa. Botswana, Namibia. Basic education is free. So what is really new in this world? That's the point. Because it's uninformed. Niente because say uninformed news say. Nipa no zo enya new no. Onu wakwa kofa ade a ni leader no wonu de enya ade a concept bi o. Ade a wo ho dada no openti amayan ato. Penti mami nto no ye. Ti say ozo ko credit credit score credit bureau. Mi wa ni nya ade ni ma nya bi wo. And indeed, the worst aspect is that before the vice president came into office, the process for Ghana can never. The process for digitalization never. Indeed, the infrastructure for digitalization, it was. Nyamina dom we nya eyiupa Google. Eslosu ekufu. Aprezi Dr. Omanibuama and NDC Abai for the database system. NDC 30 years. You Google. If these things were not there, how do you proceed? And see, it is not about the newness. Because if you want to argue any new, then nothing really is new.
And now we'll be raising in Komobi PC for Kalkwe South. Or say, answer na PFJ Bebano. We have farmers. They were farming.
Planting for food and job. Now, no, when them say NDC program, Canadian funds, or movie by Umbetu and Omudani. There was just sloganeering. There was no policy to it.
I know I cannot say, answer na Omudi Bebano.
Yeah, we had farmers anyway. Even if it was a new policy in Pua. We had farmers. Yeah. And in any case, it wasn't a new policy.
Yeah.
That is why Canadian Japan so call runs no. When who farm no food no way who and me and you. Canadian Japan at least you've heard him. Also call runs no who she. He was just Kassan and the party Kassan. So the point I make can say, look, that argument me say I say what's in who by a own person be Kassan who efe.
What's it? Neba.
Like, what do you say? Your rival.
Okra.
Okay.
Okra,
but who if a person be Kassan who efe.
Yeah.
I need your crab. I had who turn into put to be out of the run of a man. What you must say?
Yeah.
So the point is that even if the UK, and UK is one of the advanced countries where people work, they have a solid 24-hour economy, is thinking of the billions of extra pounds and jobs, an enhancement of 124 hours economy can do. How about a country with such huge unemployment? And I'm meeting the drivers can I say, and I'll tell you why. Yes, I said in comfort starting colonial times are yet driving days in point and can overdo Cape Coast crowd. That's in comfort to Quana. In fact,
even no man to forest
man. So it's not just about the fact it's all good driving, because what you want to do is say, if there's a very policy, what I'm saying, maybe we petrol filling stations, most of them yet 24 hours. And I'm robbing baby guy.
Yes.
What him say? Okay. What him say? A crime be Ghana ha. Robbery was a crime, especially not a Kintampo going to the north from baby because of the high rate of robbery. Nancy, baby, they don't even want to travel that road in the night. But if you have a conscious policy to ensure that security presence is key, to ensure say there is a communication along that path. Baby see, and it's a dream. For example, providing the police security, making sure that there are enough communication booths. Sometimes, in some other countries, they had choppers.
Yeah.
The most important thing is that you must think through what we hate a transport on such a road, for example, to make sure that not or more they would want to travel in the night will be free to do so. And it will surprise you, say, doing that, look, if you can free public traffic on roads, for example, in the daytime to the evening, there are people who want to go in the evening, so that daytime, if you calculate the cost of service you make, in terms of traffic, in terms of fuel loss, because all this is sometimes calculated outside the project, they are able to tell you the benefit of such little accruals. So, and yes, be dada. What new you're going to do to enhance that economy? For example, maybe be a filling station here, a jumay, or because an self-filling station, yes. But if I say, if every filling station, by virtue of an improved security situation, employs even 2 people just to handle their night fuel, or even 1 person, that's an additional job.
Unim say a bus 7 and you would diagram crash or tie a paya. We have organizer.
In fact, many places by 4 or 5 normal. 7 crowd do. Maybe area by 4 or 5 normal or map.
Into what's the waka?
This is a lucky they be organizer not the area more.
And that's or the organizers say
and yes, I
shop.
And numpo omo down ko bi numpo ono so upon ko gineni. We got him say anajo adwuma.
Yeah.
Obi o wa baby o ye adwuma ni fie kwan wa. Tibo wa oba Monday na o da shop wa weekend no ko fie.
So you see, there are too many things involving when they say 24 hours. It's not just a matter of adwuma ni yeke. It's conscious, and you see, who person on tiasia. Nkofo I so mu person on tiasia because obia sebi enye be sema. Sebi. And then ultimately credit reporting as here. I do not see what potential benefit in terms of job creation that will create. Because having a credit report doesn't guarantee you any job. It doesn't even guarantee you the loan you use it to take. It doesn't even mean you'll be able to access the loan. And so, nipa easy digital credit report. No big DNA sabi. It will lead to corresponding job creation. And the man has told you, say, Sebi, for example, Anajo is going to look at the tariff pricing.
Was he an India Mentiasi?
What's it mean to say?
Parliament, who should then, young Ramra. Chairman. Eja, Kwagu.
Yeah, Commander.
I didn't see a Parliament. Boy, quick one.
Commander, if I say to you, Professor, line, you might say, Yadam Shaka. Now, Commander, you are consistency and it's a master here. Or mobile counting the year last of the year, also because the Parliament year. Come to be police or price at any time. Minority as I to say, among counting woman. Head counting and the woman. Dana, man, majority for a working out, no. The man buying. Speaker, I'm not your head counting. And a speaker say, your bow dear, no, sorry, we are counting. Anna, majority for the baby, and that's I know. Nemo ya sorry bina ho ne akanto mo ba ko mienu ne sa ya kuma ko kanto mo ne de numbers na abrom ana speaker say na person wo ye no eno na man ti ase anya aduma say ye bo odi amu asore ye bo odi amu asore ndi omo mpedesa ana workout ne ba eno so no challenge asamba ho say the process of the better count ni bi no come about the head count ni bi no asa akokopa into asa ba bi na majority for the say there be send me standing order 113 2 no air canon and that's an speaker no speaker different way and was say omo na so bi omo na so the count na speaker there be o will be order 1132 no chair majority leader say net here speaker no bit na free di abo di there be awotie successfully where do I successfully na one on you to the air and you know or no one in Tiasia or can ask Anna actually almost already was saying the so young account and I think I say your Omoya no age
confidence to Omunya MPs but Omunya person sorry now Ramubra. Okay, all right. So that's it. And but before, say it doesn't make sense. So we know about yeah. I mean, young kind of anyway, young go straight. My young check. Mame started from your end. We are talking about budget approval and budget approval no, and then no. I chimamentre. I quite touch minimum say what follow. Ya de be fra restrictive bill no say almost say withdraw. Yeah, withdraw until further notice. It no so issues are but yeah fra with the budget no na yanko.
Last na they didn't come amen chia tie for na hofu bi adwuma de bia mutie. Omo dos but me tie omo nyina. Eja William Kojo eje no. Omo say once an NDC for ba parliament or ma register no. Or ma trust am ma ba parliament no so work it out to cry no I still count to be approved. The same thing. Always MPP want to have their way. Not on the genuine way, but on a crooked way. I don't this the MPP 3 air transparency, accountability, or pay transparency, accountability, or pay. Because the brave be raising issue about accountability and not transparency beyond. MPP to be daddy.
But my man remind you say a head count is underway.
Ebeko na yesu utirimu fa obusum kune onku. Utirimu fa obusum kune onku. Na ye wo school kra ni teacher ye ko na teacher bu ye bobo register. Obodi na ompeja saka say present say.
Yeah.
Teacher no ni mu pass one you so anu mark wrong ade share as about bow absentee because one you so. Enti se onipa nyina ba. E de na si ukwan say yen kan mo ye bo dia no agina na ehu ni abo wedi ni agina na ehu no. E de na si kwan. Because said the reporter ne kan ye no. Omo number ne nso anya bia watima kire NDC. Jachi question seat ni say e empty. Into be any said Jachi question there according to reported by no woni ho. But essence MP before there no you will speak ministers or makoshi shomuntino. You cannot even know number of people are absent. And 1% can you na original you. Yeah, so ya do ni no nyina sa atena se for lack of accountability. Omon kan. Na so mo kan wi a. Eso mo adwen nyina ne se omo do omo number no. Abe do so send this in round about but mo refi say yakoto abai gbagbe no. Ebinum kwa mu fi so mo to nyina MPP fo nyina na supported this budget omo de banana. Is that what you think? Na de be sine no, me I will still blame gbagbe.
Why?
Because last week he had opportunity per their own standing orders no mo amre omo di adwuma according to logic omo di 11 no. He had opportunity for this matter to have been settled. A brown majority working out and nothing stop Parliament from going ahead to vote on this budget. The same way we vote on 11, nothing stop Parliament. A bag be no one cast wa Jenny and for 2 years we do 2 share than none of the ababeshe. Because last week in the Ekano, reported by Chess and MPP MPs in 5 no money. They were not there and they tried to use these same tactics to bulldozer their way through. The non-person me ya no katashi no me their firm. And to speaker now who nimsa who now tear jemu. Who na Parliament and who ka sempra nempunu. Or more mate Parliament will be no watna Parliament longer than you. There's no single standing order name rebi or no more. Obeti me akas wo nim chair bag of Parliament. And I didn't also say chairman sabunsu do me dictated ma speaker of Parliament. I didn't also say chairman sabunsu dictated ma bagwin our Parliament.
All right.
And them rana wujina so no. And one na wujina so last week. And bro enti we maybe so. This is a head count here man say NPP majority for saka so ma work out. Bag better agenda sitting na. All
right. My young cross on the live feed just 2 minutes Parliament embraces here. So yanko enkofa live feed from sorry Parliament House. Omuguso ya head count no eguso koso enti young cross na yanko peke omo live emfa enfrio
to bulldozer their way through.
Trajia Samson Tango Chiwache Andre Dari Prince Adeku Kujo Comfort Doyo Kujo Joseph Kujo Robert Wisdom Lapiame Paul Roxon Nelson Eche Kwame Dalu Thomas Ada Tapila Kletu Seidu Daku Daniel Ohini Daku Mensa Kwabena Oche Dauda Collins Alhaji Daudi Abukari Ambush Jonabua Alex Tete Donko Elvis Morris Donko Kwabena Duka George Meku Iyanana. Forger in team, Reverend. Force in Kessel Atuba, Doctor. Frempong Joseph. Dr. Kwame Jujoli. George Samuel Nati. Ganza Alasan Kwabena. Gate Joe. Gidisu Wisdom. Gomado Yao. Gomashi Abla Jifa. James John Alexander. John Mensa Richard. Hamon Kwabena Taher. Anselmote Ace. Haruna Seidu. A for Ophelia Mensa. Authority Alexander Roosevelt. Ibrahim Ahmed. Ibrahim Mutala Mohammed. Ibrahim Zura Mohammed. Idrisu Habib. Idrisu Haruna. Isifu Seidu. Jabba John Bena. Jaja Yusuf Isaka. Jalula Stephen Bambi. Jesel Godfrey Seidu, Doctor. Jinapo John Abdullahi. Jinapo Samuel Abdullahi. Kini Kisi Dixon Adumako, Doctor. Konedu Akwesi, present. Thompson Mavis Howard. Kosa Martin Kwaku Ajay Mensa. Kodo Benjamin Komla. Kum Ebenezer Kojo. Kuma John Mbotwa, Doctor. Kuma Joseph Kwame, present. William Solomon. Kwachia Kapita, Yao. Kwati Kwaku Ajimai. Kofi Festus Ewa, Doctor. J. Mensabus Osei. Trami Nelson.
All right, so head council no muguso no but honto the na ye nyina ya hwehwe no muguso no
the na gba me person in last week MPP before someone trans some work out one koso anya na dwuma as speaker ma reject budget no and then one no ye the my question is say MPP before say ya ka say some say work out ye be say agene citizens ana. That's the question I will see beside him. Even Roma Kokwe openly watch that or tying an woman NDC phone pono. NDC minority then and disrespecting no that our parliament. How na Idrisu as a minority that Miss Original and Naso Pijan and Sa Umbuano. But a man disrespecting that. MPP every day, every opportunity, or more disrespecting back me. And he said, Nelson Comuye. Omunye. Now, him say another drama about for the our parliament hall, and said the water dean almost for more winding, be full besi. Because MPP ne timi kofa obi a wonye MP. Na nose mask. Ni ade na kwa kujinam se Sarado Asafo. Ye wie ya ne a wo hye nipa no straight ni ade na pie. E happen ye e wo parliament we mu. Muta kaka che so mo be ya investigation. Ye hu be ya sa investigation kokosi ye. Always they want to have their way, whether by crook, hook or by crook. Or have one way. Impunity. They commit a crime with impunity. And for BIO and nobody can do anything. And in the court. And you want to be where we are was ho. Police station was ho. And the beko. Was baby. And to you can't do ultimate foco.
Silly.
Yeah, ultimate she. Who is bagging? That's how they think. Who is Bobie? You can't stand our way. They'll push you over. No more. But one now kutam nano. And now we ya do na si for akasa wompene no. Omantimi twifa also. Omantimi antwa fa also. Who feel say whatever they are saying you're right and as a standing order no. Omo de ne superior over you are. Omete asa ma aye do ye. Tina na America no me say a day is coming will be able because the kind of games our mu play or na then I just approve budget approve because what the speaker are playing to the galleries of MPP majority because last week no more members best 5 no money ho until they were trying to buy time and then buy report
but onto we are media practitioner. My question is say, what is the big deal about whether they will approve or they shouldn't approve? I mean, if they don't approve it, how do we benefit from that as a country? How do we benefit?
And I say rules and regulations for fair play. And into the shishemra, edited to be biaho.
Sure.
Obi ekon obi kobo boxing and as a football game na ye hye no obi on ma ya hye no hye na ya hye ne nya ne yawo ne mo mekwa fa so de hye no officiating nana entokwa esi wo football mu nyina yes entokwa esi wo football mu nyina because say ni opponent no plays excellent football no wa hye ne ye ne ya na entokwa esi e officiating Pepe se enene ya uchina adekro no aye because emrane nsesan ye parliament hye ne mrano ensesan ye
masa kasa ubeka ya reho
say
bob akupena omo boy ya opponent no bob panti ye che ye ball ye kotoko he de house for be boy ye ball bi wokumase a na de be ba de say ball ye say ye mari du na ntebiri asa beba adano otufo didi adano ye bobo dia bre ye tisi pa ye che bon ye se aso for samra krai bon ye mobio ada ya jifa wati am ye se da bi ya ji penalty ye de se munye penalty ekotro ya fa am de mai aye mo ni ye se bon adwo ye dem
I know Ashanti region is a land of possibilities
I know ye no kwa ne bola reference see bad ye hwe dia de kaka kro oba mi na na me ra ho entre pa ba ye
but ebini officiating say yama kwaku dia Ghana mra no enim kwaku nenim atani enim ama emra na edi asimesi na eno na edi obenten Enti parliament one must standing orders.
No, but the point is, if we don't approve it, how do we benefit as a country?
Now, budget I approve it for the past 7 years. The end of film. And at the end of film, what presented 7 budgets?
Okay, so at least now, the executive, and then call for any excuse.
Should me budget anana? Ya approve of parliamentar. Sika ya allocate. Say a day kwakwa buama oni biye ti se mene wo. Eni ya nananu ya mamu mu nkra se nwa ha omo no. Sika na koda.
And I make I say.
But
so at least ya approve bia omo ni any excuse. Oh ya approve.
Debi.
Inti ya nya.
Always ya approve ya. Sika ya call mampeni atna ene de. E ko pepe kura manasa abro so.
And I make I say ya approve ya. Or which means they don't have any excuse. If we don't approve, then they'll come and tell the people, oh, yantimi anye so because ya approve.
Ya penisa.
Okay.
Because you say ya approve kromuntimi nya. Oh yes. Nana ya penisa. Tobut. Ya approve budget. Can read budget. Parliament ya approve. Ena mo akwata e close to boot. Nana si ya approve you. Ya approve no close to boot.
It was even before we budget.
Yes. Yenya discussion and o approve ye. And the MPP has proven to us without the improvement of budget they can still do whatever they want to do. You can't do focal. And you don't give them the approval. Let them do whatever they want. Because we don't say kwasha asia meskani asabe wiya. Eye ye second ofrata ya nsha dan tibi bia eba cathedral. Omunya approve wiye se pa na bo skede be ko cathedral. And so don't approve it. 7 years nie any approve budget di ama obani approve supplement ni approve e dia na ode ye. Na se twamne kra me want afrimu na be ode. Baba budget na be ode. Na budget ye ko mo pre ho kra na dia na tuamu. Enye taxes nko a. Eto nko a enegumu. Ene se so use petrol car, we use diesel car kra na eno betua ho tax. Apart from you road world no kra na. U betua 100 Ghana cedis.
Nyanza chrono
tax. Yeah, but
they just want to tax and then so you bring the electric meanwhile the electric the industry is in there.
Yeah, but
assembly plant.
And mo approve.
But then
no one from pay. That is it.
Ghanaians didn't give the NDC the numbers to say they can reject.
That's because the fact of, like, budget interest, budget statement, and you automatically say so. Like as far as our prepare or budget statement, was here approve it.
Yes, of course, it's not.
And yes, I was here scrutinize it. Now me GDC minority or parliamentar last week or more says or more better bar or more cars or more objecting. They have reasons. Because some na kwatrase ano mo scrutinize budget statement na buy no o ma set a committee members amo ma kwatrase no ma hwem enu ma hu de tuamu enu akotie nsem o ye yikai kesatu forcing echeche mo rese budget we deserve budget was Ghana for approve de ma akufa de number ya.
Okay, I'll come back to you.
Omo sanwangum.
Okay, so Brahma Ibrahim, you know Brahma Ibrahim. Was he Allah? Bobu approve there,
but it's not possible.
Bobu
NDC doesn't have the numbers. Let's be realistic.
They also don't have numbers.
Yes, but you see, they have more numbers than the NDC. Let's look. 138,
okay,
137.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
138, 137.
And all that 138, 137. You mean
yes, but as of now, they've almost whipped everybody in line. Him say, Way is in Canada for treatment. It's not new. As in North.
Yeah.
Him say he's been in Canada, I think, for more than almost 2 months.
Now, almost so the I know that stretches on our way.
Oh no, every crowd no money never. So
check from the reporter.
Reporter no, so
no, friend say. So now a minister of chieftaincy.
So I'm saying here money share ambulance move park you.
Ono friend say a numu or something.
Don't find out from reporter and see a board, you know. So now, so then
even if he is not there, they still have one lead advantage because they just NDC ni back on your in the 137, 136.
Yeah.
First, no, it was a bit tight because now it was a full bomb.
Buga.
But I see also what town?
Kojokum.
Okay.
Friend Kojokum.
Inti, the reality is, it be a campaign into most of the people were outside. Maybe I've been in a bad dream. It's not about approval. They have the numbers. Say Anka, Ghana for 2 baby my NDC here. Then you can say that they expect the NDC to be able to stop some of these things. But in this case, no, the reality is that MPP still has one advantage. Now, baby, I'm in a bad dream. Is the speakers, because I'm even surprised, and we are being a speaker is coming to start the point when you could start it in the morning. And as okay, you know, if you had an opportunity, wow, you know the rules already, and they've applied the rules, and the Supreme Court to the sense that once the people enter the house and they are counted per the rules, no MPs are counted, you know. More is it here? Their numbers to continue the debate. That was their own rule. Mm-hmm. So that is what the speaker should have done when he had the opportunity last week. And now I reject it. So that they can come and represent it. But at this point in time, he sure say, when the they were probably calling their people or waiting for them to come.
That's it.
Time no musu yempene say na mo no mesna na mu nim say bi mu nio. And you know we waste time just to make sure that nipa ba do and to obedu ya pe then they will start agreeing say okay yankin kan. So for the MPP to agree say okay ni asi yempene must speak an in yet because it's against the rules no. Ye peniswa. I must tell you that they know they have the numbers. It's still possible say be amu ni numbers no but mu di bugeshe Takashi say be a briefly nipa no okay. And you see there have been a case where there have been allegations of the clerks counting people who were not present as present.
Yeah.
Internum point speaker no kwakwakan yo. Clerk sabi if it's in the same mood na or who kojo azama obetimi aka kojo as kojo no aka na azama. So it's a bit tight. When the NDC says, oh, yeah, a little bit difficult.
Okay, so it has been approved 138 yes, 136 no, 1 absent.
I told you. It means that they have a chance of moving so moving conforma.
Good. Say who say NDC minority. Said no.
Oh, that one there.
Say budget way, ya approve it. And the taxes no more day bano. NDC for send him.
But that is how it has been.
Yes.
Always.
So it's good. No. No one can say good because at least Ghana for me say NDC for him. But now, what my problem was with more approval, as if the NDC can, in this instance, no reject it. No, it will pass. But then their position is clear.
But there's a speaker. Not speaker no or paper. So
last one, no? That's what he should have done.
Yeah, last week was the
so
time.
Sometimes you go cause of mumbu speaker now. Sometimes one kasa who ball na betre, who pass na betre go ye show. As I say speaker no. Wow, okay.
Somebody now approve budget way, and your majority, a bag and now approve budget. It's true. Bagby now approve budget way. Let's be on record. Bagby and now approve our budget way. Because they didn't have the numbers last week.
Well, yeah, so
Bagby took that edition and we'll buy more time for them to be present. And the Bagby now approve it. But NDC minority and sending Poncho Pilato, was sure among hands.
But remember back to Obama as a senior media practitioner. From the day I vote to my Honorable Aban Babin, what assessment is it?
I think there have been some pluses and minuses. Except that sometimes, expectation.
But you need to weigh the scale.
That's what I'm saying. Is that sometimes he's been vocal in trying to move certain things on a parliamentary front and in Yama. But sometimes where you expect, say, he will show strength. So Obe ma what was it? No, he is his own man. Or sometimes no, what was say a way because you belong to a party, you can't go and sit there and say oh, I'm just a speaker. Why? I never go on your speaker. Yeah. All those people, I show you how to be ubuga, and I think that is where the failure is. Sometimes no on your opportunity now. I also find and if there's a disrespect for the MPP, it's also because he's not been able to assert himself in a way and comfort expect it. So I'm making but overall, no, he's also pushed certain things. And maybe to share numbers now. Or share numbers now. He looks at his limitation. I don't know.
Wow. Wow. Anyway, but my man getting for comments quick across. Juliana Belinda Obri says now finally the budget has been approved. Okay, Richard Aquas is watching you live from Tadi. Bobie, you guys said you'll be coming to Takrade. And mama. Okay, so Richard, definitely. Yeah, boy ya Takrade abeye juma. Let me do a note show says yes, Alban Babin was in America to visit Akufo-Addo. I think these are some of the allegations, you know.
As for meeting Akufo-Addo, why? They are no enemies. He's a Speaker of Parliament. And he's a president, they can meet anywhere, they can meet in Ghana. It doesn't mean say
meeting Kramunti Ghana, America, no some coin. Say Yankopon.
Oh, but I don't want to work with it. The reason why is a massa. We speaker, now we're firmer. In fact, there have been instances under Akufo where not under both Mills and before. Sometimes the majority and the majority meet. They agree on certain principles. And so floor na abobuga. Oma pre we bill we support to. And to uba floor na yabobuga. We all agree to this. It happens. So meeting with somebody doesn't mean say what I drink. You understand me? If you are meant to be strong-willed, you'll be strong-willed.
No, but if indeed it's true, say yes, omu meeting and yeshe. But any actions aftermath the meeting.
Yes, so blame the person for his actions. It's not because if it's not accepted.
But the meeting could have probably influenced the actions.
Then it means you are a weak person.
This is a Akufo-Addo. This is a Akufo-Addo with me starve Parliament of funds. Sikakra was a releasing about Parliament. No more dear Jumano. Because say mo nya the open to Akufo-Addo make me starve Parliament. Now back now move free nyama on credit. Now the operating.
It's a sign of weakness. Look, on that score, let me tell you, I praise Akufo-Addo.
Why?
Why? He's playing his best strength. If you chose to be weak, you are weak. Leadership sometimes deserve leaders who are strong too. I thought there'd be a diplomacy matters, and you must have a balanced leader. Maybe I thought would be Buga. And that's why we're Buga too much or something. But if you make yourself weak, everybody will take advantage of you. So if parliamentarians choose, executive Mubuga, they've held on to your budget, and then they come. When they come and talk sweet talk to you, then you pass, and you want me to be blaming the executive all the time. Parliament has a problem. Look, and it's not only Bagbin. Look, even the minority, as a group, and they have been look at the finance minister, and yet majority for the country is on resigning. Papi mine, oko IMF.
Shekoyokum.
So we can't tell.
Sorry. Here, Koyokum. I know they don't know. Shekoyokum. Ontimi nanti o.
So the can operate.
I know they na fa actually one. Shekoyokum.
I told you so many remember.
Camera corrupt pa. Who's up so the camera.
I so am go fast take that ba no. E mema na kurakura no was woman say. Shekoyokum. I know they don't know. Koyokum. Where you na say anything.
Look, you go for Bob Gama sometimes.
No, Baba,
no, but it's something.
It's too
they
bad.
Are trying with somebody's life, and these two is alive. Anyway, What do you want to say? So we can just say, no, my love, money remember. I'm ambulance robbing the fun. But it also tells you, say, they took this thing extremely serious. In the time now, I'm going to say, they almost say, be moon and question.
Yeah,
a strategy. Intina, because I wo. If you majority, you also start the meeting early. Then can speak. If you have the numbers earlier, now wo koroma. Say you don't need to wait me anyway. That's where sometimes I have a problem with Parliament and the speaker don't need bugabo. I know on bugabo.
Anyway, but yeah, hear the content of the budget. Now we have heard say Oma withdraw a restrictive bill no, and you know common aqua. Now there are some aspects beverages. Say 20% extra tax no is starting. The appeal 20% shall say. And I did baby, patch of a baby. Almost say a musi tax 5%
across board.
Across board. Okay, so help us to deal with the content.
I think there's something I've come to admire about Kenufuriata and in the budget every day. Yeah. Me nim say we hu. When people buy, answer a very ready budget no. What happens in say? Who increases across board telco for omunya be tutu omunya mu before came back up. Check. Most major
to Bansana can Parliament
before budget you will go and read the budget. Services, most services, they will start increasing it. Because the whole idea is to delink the budget from Sanyeme into the person kind budget. Now in Kofa can say, hey, budget Eddie into Tumbua and into Tumbua like increase into Wabem into Wabem. You know, so there's a very deliberate look. I believe that they often engage those stakeholders behind the ground, background, and tell them, say, Charlie, proceed. Munkotum. That way, it takes the blame also of government. Can say, for example, MTN increased their data rate just I think a week or so before.
Yes.
Yes. Who are you going to blame? Abai. Say MTN. But I say that increase will benefit Abai. Because Abai percentage of tax on that will also go high because of the increased rate. And a service Sebi or another industry Sebia in Kofu have become so used to say they can't do without. Inti akwako ese utumwa in Kofu be complaining maybe or metitisu kakra, but in the end they will still have to use data, they will still have to use the service. So government projections on ABA revenue in terms of taxes, revenue from MTN telcos, no, it will be it's a clever way of hiding it.
Yeah.
But it will increase. And I'm saying, would you share go through Ken's track record as a finance minister? That's been the practice.
In the idea or no almost one
it's just a matter of engaging in the background. That slow move. Project no more baby proceed and do it. It's engagement, diplomacy, and I think that one also now because I a smooth operator, share white no,
yeah,
or what he says it is no,
or the kodo,
oh yeah, so it's for me. I'm not shocked about Nyeme Ekukokukosu. As for budget details, need there, Maza. Oh, happy. what will happen? It will happen. We are used to it. They will increase it. They say akpetechi kromu debate so. Akpetechi 20%. Akpetechi ba. Me sure say we crampo. The guys are come to so.
No, but akpetechi now more to know. What is it?
It will reflect on the consumer.
But no, omo minim di abe
Aferomu is a projection once it's approved.
No, but what do they want to achieve?
Revenue. All they are doing is about revenue. Scano, taxes, nothing else.
To be akorem akonu abe.
Yeah.
What apetese anwa.
Yeah.
Auto also fuel.
Yeah.
Ngrawa wa de beye.
Fact ni account profit we are government news within the 20 account. That's the meaning. Enti ejuma na wo ye no. So I can that series na auto government take as me 20%.
And one person am cut down bitters. Omo say bitters.
That is the reason.
Omo cut down bitters.
That is excuse. But the real reason is that government wants to...
Omo to omo black label no cantonments a omo be bankrofo afiem any appetite for na benom.
Maza, government is just interested in raising revenue. Question befa, how be raising revenue? No,
say
you see, he doesn't want to cut down on expenditure.
So, Ombeda say mahogany.
Obeda say, and then I will say, you people say we go talk mahogany, who decide with this? And now drink no more. The point is that the product now be used to share mahogany no. Yeah, the tax are too so.
Na prakese any ginger.
If the tax, for example, transport is affected, prakese ni obekwa kofano, it will affect the transport. Once transport is affected, prakese ginger ebekoso because the price will pass on to the market. Sapeteshi and I say whatever and say would be gumnu kosra. Ebe reflect into be as a one thought. My name says I thought to the way I turn.
Me away.
The way I can say we you mami farisa.
Me said I
me farisa.
Nyawe.
The point is, omututu ni anymore. Say a market. Wow, market now to man. You can do a unim say. And I can say,
yeah.
Omu, GMJ, Saba na bakuna na popular pa music someone.
It's a clean or something.
Clean.
Okay.
Clean. Any name my. Unim say they used to be 3.5 kilo per bag, and now at 2.5 for price IAE because omua first omu yi 5 free so, but they were selling it at the same price. So omu say yi, say 2.5 because
and 25 kg rice no. They say 24. Do na 24.
See listen say clean soft.
Clean soft. And bakukra also you clean.
Yeah.
All those bags used to be 3.5 kilo, and then most of them are 2.5. Price also change 30. It's a way of making sure so they will survive. Because sebi taxes need cost now go high. And the onoso to mean judgment no wakaze judgment egu. Into or reduce the weight now. Otona. No I say increase the price to make up for the law. That is what will happen. And simple economics. Minister ni die near here ni say. Here no ani say. Afino the projections car no pay or taxes mo. Wenya. And I catch na ni say sebi. Ti the expenditure in governance ni so. Se ka mo say onyema bebrebe unhia ti so. Omo flash government machinery sebi mututu bebre ye hu adwuma mu ye ebi mu kwa wo ha sebi adwuma mu ya ni se Facebook
yeah
owe ya nkofo Facebook ntu oye adwuma ni din
just need tego so
bebre anu adwuma mu ye ba mu dia kete reduce those things. Even if you're not going to create unemployment by not reducing those things, reduce the cost overheads in some way, they won't do it. But they want to be able to generate the same resources or more, so that Akako say they are meeting their target. And the taxes in there and one of the better, because it's made it quite clear say, no other means will do. As for near Musomudia, Omodia withdraw it. Look, it was just a strategic means of controlling the market. And yes, Sabita Frachet, to say, you my dear, you may be import to importua. See, an idea was what you are talking. And then I can say, I need now modify an issue at the creative monopoly for Sebi to groom a certain industry. Because what would have happened is I next year. Now, who call this in no MPP? I don't need no more. Yeah, we are. Or more, the committee ni minister and basis will be millionaires. Call him. How this country works. The corruption, the moment you create a bureaucracy, in Kofu, they won't even have the time to go through everything. They don't say, oh, by any say. And I don't need to say it. This week, na papa bi, or say, oh, no, yeah, food be way. Or call as you go to your 20,000 years. Can you imagine? Oh, God. And I want to come home. What kind of broche? Government reps are there.
Yeah. That white guy.
Yeah. And he's not the only person. And then, we've had it be repeated. So, how were you going to create a monopoly of a minister? At this idea, what you import in the country with millions, if not thousands, of importers. Look, yet me importer be on the container back or the bar. Obi also they are major importers. So all these people were going to go through the ministry and the minister. And all this is not meaning say violates international rules and regulations. Be a journey. For example, on Nema Obet. Timia attacks they knew. And to be say a didn't I do more nim and so now we on person here. So far as I'm concerned, it was just a revenue mobilization to create an industry. In within 1 year, no, the experts or the Omombe holding the industry, no, they would have decided and packaged them out. Until Uber revoke they would have been strong. Because they are in control of those sectors of the economy. That was what they wanted to do. Nothing else.
Already, why you're a system.
Exactly. It was more your system. Look, Emo, any city, you were about 5 or 6 companies that control. Pe
really?
Maza, Emona whether a friend Kojo, Lele, Yayo, whatever. Or more to me, I say company are producing different products with different names to compete. It comes mostly through the same importers. That was all they wanted to create. And to me, sometimes if you see, look, the MPP shows that they are a party that focus on making their members, few of their members very rich and nothing else. It's not about OT say you can't be social policy beer and your money film. It's influenced more by you see be card beer. Over question no card no. They've created a margins in your money. And it's a public good. But there's a serious private benefit. That is what is happening. What's that?
Dr. Lawrence, friends of JDM.
Yeah.
Susu 80 Enochre. Susu UK.
But the content of
Anna.
Budget
way. This is the government. Omo promising ade ba ko di muntenteman say we are going to move the economy from taxation to production.
Yeah.
There is no single budget Akufo-Addo buy since 7 years ni. Omako redia. Ye introduce new taxes and I said the existing ones, yen to me. One, ye can say customs and excise duty on sachet water, bottled water, malt drink, beer, wine, spirit, cigars, plastic product, textiles. A year, Juma. And the bronya ye remwa.
Say, 20%.
Yes, bronya ye remwa. And the date you're saying, and there's 7.
Okay, so let's do this. Yemfan says, bottled water. Memeto Belaquano, 25 cedis. Right? Okay, what the Yemfan say 25 cedis. You're increasing it by 20%. 20% of 25 is saying.
But it may not work that way.
Okay.
You see?
Educating.
It may not work that way. And you be behind the 20%.
Very reflective on it.
On you.
On main consumer.
You directly.
Okay.
A bit for example, produce any bottled water for you. Or more should him so 20% to so per bottle.
So they won't do it.
So what he would do is over spread it.
Okay.
On multiple. Instead of let's say 20% he will still achieve that 20%, but best spread it be a tray or a crate. What you say? Until be a 25 now, no bottle say no. To say bottle say, 20%. You won't get it because we are spreading that 20% onto pack. What in your mechanism?
Which means
okay,
which means one pack and reflect one pack have to say no.
Instead of let's say reflecting on a bottle like this, it may reflect on a pack.
Yes, I'm talking about the pack.
Yes.
That's the top pack, not 25 cedis.
Yeah.
Or let's say pack no, you are increasing by 20%. Definitely, auto individual bottle now auto so the same 20% will reflect.
Because maybe top pack no, maybe
break it down across. It depends also on
wholesale for okay, or manufacturers.
Yes.
Medical manufacturer ho. Your ton pack na mama 25 cedis.
Yeah.
And yes, you say you the 20% ebeto so. So 20% of 25 cedis, right?
Yeah.
And or the beto so. 20% of 25 cedis say.
That will be 4 cedi 50 pesos.
No, 20% of
20% of
is 20. And
20%
or 25 Ghana cedis.
But 10% 2 cedi 50 pesos.
Yeah.
So that will be 50 kind of 5 cedis.
5 cedis, right?
5 cedis. 10% of a year 25. And 2 cedi. 50 pesos.
Yeah.
So 20%.
So you are doing 5
cedis.
Yes, you are doing 5 cedis. Right?
Yeah.
And say me baba turn 30 cedis from the wholesale. Na me make the way me shop mu.
No, the kugum na.
Na yi no 1
electricity no see betum.
Electricity no ya tum. Lorry fare.
Automatically Ghana for pricing. Ghana for pricing.
Prices will go up.
Yes, Ghana for pricing. To say a bottle water here near turn 3 cedis. A beko 3 cedis 50 pesos. Because Ghana need on farm do 3 cedis 20 pesos. Or the beko 3 cedis 50 pesos.
Exactly.
Yes. But the point I'm also making is sometimes where product
no crack ne say you better
to yes,
that one
so don't work with the the cracker is a better
and to show na electricity
na me no manage one say come share the margins na be ba
margins no
very simple nana Ghana in says are there 1 cedi near 2 more e ko 1 cedi 50
and they are natural and
they say 5 cedis are 2 more from 5 cedis e ko 6 cedis
sorry pacho check edin bi Kwete Emmanuel Tete block ne mame. Say I Joy Daddy Bites. 3 CDs. So I sure say ko 6 CDs 1 tot. Block no. Ko onia.
Aha. So offer. Sabanisa. Abano no promises or no. One day, Yanko Pandaroma, or be moving Ghana's economy from taxation to production. Oba, they say 35% payroll tax. And a baby ejuma 35%. And a nanching. A year tax stamp no, a genamo din. I coso. Excise duty on owning a car and a motorbike, and also Sanana Yaguso. 22% of corporate tax on hotels. Tihoye.
Cars no, ya boboni ye. Abobo ye nyina aka ho.
Okay. I say si moto any cars. To Praga nyina aka ho.
Unim, remember time breaking it down.
Okay. 22% corporate tax on hotels. 22% corporate tax on hotels. And the hotel for no is almost 1 year too. And
on your profit
and the rooms no so nana yebetum
rooms no omotum short time na long time
whether short or full night omotum 15% increase in government fees and charges. Some kind.
Hold on. Short time no omo ye no I say
short time near.
I tell you now,
na short time near.
Yeah, they minimum asem say minimum.
So I got that just a day. And a short time that's 1 week.
3 weeks.
And every said 3 weeks. I'm quite a said 1.75 tax on the remittance Bogafo and ne see a TF well so be bufu see I know fan phone. Send me trust of more to $100 this year yet.
Omo say
omo eno ne boga charges ne say 1.75.
Omo friends say boga charges.
The boga charges say sika ifra bochireba.
Remittance
yeah.
And the remittance ne say
1.75% near till tax.
In the event say I said your budget more gain. Not just so me send $300 amabo be say and now on send me some better.
No, once it's been approved today, some will
Jet Morgan men send o send your mobile to the men.
You did not know that.
MTN say, oh say, okay, telcos now. Some of them have already factored tax into the cost.
Yeah, better. Of course, Roba from you better. The jet men send it. What's I know mobile?
One sending me.
Obi ba Nadia. I bet you. What the man be finishing now with their command. I don't know. 1.75% tax on bank transfers. The more I'm transfer sika
1.75%.
We transfer from bank we go even from your momo to your bank account and from bank account you pay.
Yes,
this is the omodiaba.
We new one.
Me cut taxes MPP buy or more introduce you. Any do ma tutum the current way you no. And no change. 5% tax on companies a year or declare losses. Waboka crown, no kana waboka crown, 5%. MP before taxes, MP before taxes, the idea by the order that.
Any for
yes, oh, Modia back. And to company and waboka crown, kana wabono 5%, we say tria, and the amaba, and the musio so waboka, company collapse a credit cry. After a year profit before tax levy on companies. I just say a twice no say there ba show. I just say before crowd be declare profit when a year no. Na no so to how betua. 25% increase on tax on gifts and gains. So be charged and jet more than some okay. So bon humusuo. I decided $300 to more. And I make us a more monumus. You see a deduction. 1.75%. And no nan chain. 25% a gift.
Na chance and you. Na chance.
If I told you I'm going to Mamu.
Congratulations, the Papa did here.
Three 3% and 10% withholding tax on assets and liabilities. And also, what set with that padia or a whole tax and a fee, Kai source, and also be tria, a idea by India back Ghana for you tria. 35% increase on income tax, and also income tax and an ATiano, Nana, and Lucia Tum. So the funny thing is, it could be say your employer where you may run our far run, I think won't yaoka. But income tax now by 2 near 2 more, a better 2. That's the team who are Ghana. 20% increase in tax on betting companies. A real 20% to any betting companies in the Abane 20%. We are not. Of a quadria boamo, unya cash out to 10% near Satil.
Imperial Tokobia, what?
Near Satil, and they see a tea company near Satil. Why any betting? Now, see, I told you, Akahon. What to my D? 36% increase in a unified petroleum price fund, and also 35%. Yes, unified petroleum. I can't say me. Work of petroleum products and taxes a good one. Nana. Say ye toilet 1 cedi 40 pesos in the case ye taxes in the future. Ye toilet be 6 to 7 Ghana cedis. But ni nyina go so still. Ye da so the car to enya dia eye adwuma. 40% increase in price stabilization and recovery levy. And also eda ho. Ye tua ho to pepe boss margin. Omu tumu by 200%. Nobody is talking. When budget here approving 11% increase in special petroleum tax. And you see on buy MPP buy almost 11%. Esla na omuka say a nuisance tax. Tomo ba no abetwam no mo buy Esla no. E ade almost by 30%. Ade na was by this time according to Mahama Bank eje tuanka jiji kan nyina wie no. Ya 30% and no kra nansa ye said akwa kusia wowa age bosia ya de collateral akwaje bosia 50% increase in core tax omode ba obekan ya Ghana for ye dede no mso omahwian so e de afiri honum luxury tax enso ye tax omode ba ye abola cars nyina ebe ye luxury Ghana for ye hu deda mso mayi 2.5% increase in VAT enso mutumu ye ka say 18 pesos bia uto ye LPG gas no to bia no a kilo bia no 18 pesos ni eje wo 10 pesos yeje eye bola levy on a liter on petrol uto a liter petrol na diesel bia 10 pesos eye bola tax yeje de ko 20 pesos on every liter in petrol and so yeje ni nyina eko aban ho 1% e levy e sha say na 1.5 and na Ghana for we dey almost say ade na emphasis on almost about 1% and so omoche wo dey no to nche a 5% financial sector cleanup recovery levy. And so we say do agongo ya guni bank. Ya saso won sentia to. Na bank na aban na gunu no. Aban so abokantini say tia to na mensamfa entemeka. Say magu bank.
Mamenti we quick. Ora Joseph Obenya ye Guta president. Uncle Joe.
Boss.
Akwaba.
Ja, will be.
Uncle Joe say o manya approve ade no.
Oma approve it.
Budget Oma approve. Guta minimum some raise so many issues. Eyo mo boss e wo ho. Eto say.
No, regarding the budget the high empire VAT no. Now it need to be restructured because VAT said yes structure no and na the biano went to entry. So betty and Kumasi for demonstration now Busuka for say for more demonstration because the structure of the VAT is not helping compliance. And because VAT to a consumption tax. It will be our to be our Kumasi market doom any Kajetia Obakra Okanshi Opera Square Cantamantonia will be adding the bottom scan the will be adding the Dinisika Kotia because consumers are not prepared to pay the VAT because of the structure. Because a 12 bacono, you want mutua 22%. That's the flat the standard rate. Almost the year cumulates to 22%. And the one more mutua flat rate of 4%.
and one by virtue of threshold of 200,000 no one the woman tia 20 be cry ni now so legal and yet now you want the same space of trading. It is consumer also option to buy from any of them. It is they go to the person who doesn't charge the VAT as against those who are charging. And so what system is this? A 200 uniform. Now it may ensure good compliance. Now at the fairness every now and here no there ya travel petition ya travel ya the stakeholder input to court ya the SCA bia no to say oma and restructure a tona oma yene de enukweni ya ka say a year da na eboa there are other things that you can yen na so we reduce taxes and no one can one the cost of doing business wo high ni na no omo amfa bia anya adwuma ba na de hia yen kase pa no na nka ye VAT no ai no so no omo amfa bibia anya adwuma nti ye bekoso ni ato aso na zedi ebesi akwa ebe bia anya ato aso ba no kreni emfa ahojo any ahogno emra GRA for no so omo so be invigilation everywhere so because the two no hye ne nya utimi emfa wo officers metrame so certain na atemi many to na abra consumer no any ready so betua no and they should be ready for that.
Na overjo okay so we know about a year VAT nyamiadum ade ba kwana mo tia the restrictive bill na nka omode beto sichire mo any ade na afide but nyamiadum ye no oma withdraw
yes so ma withdraw because now dia ekobia no ebe ma ho kwan se we me kwa akokra ne ma me nko salad na me nko gina wo bi anim no hu me mobo no ma me permit and san makra in this age and time of trade liberalization it's a cake policy na ya de no so ya bi no so before kwa ha no they see make say when me say poultry product ni na no ono so mo e was a restriction no and so it didn't yield any the needed results. Because from 2013, no, yeah, there's a import restriction. Sector, no. By this time, no, can expect to give me a show up local productivity of poultry. Is that the case now? We still have a shortfall of demand of over 90%. What are we doing to ourselves? So it was not the panacea. No any solution. Sir, both are local production akosro na ya tono buy no ha eti ya free be import substitution eti import substitution until now the restriction number eti the one part say 1% ye bekra ne mani bio ye share from within ne ameto ne ma no ye share from within so wo ma ye data bi say si ye ja ne ma no kra ne ba asitie ne be bi ato ha asitie ye produce 1 gram of sugar. Now, that's all the restriction, but we are what we are doing, you know, is empty. Oh, you've put the restriction ahead of the objectives. That's a yarn. There's a woman go for abre. Say, you be yes, say what they put in this here. This will see a bit me. I ensure, and I am hands on local productivity. Now you're not by now. You can say now I am attractive. I am cost effective because what it will be free. So I'm also to me produce a ton. One fast answer say no. Am I? Now, what cause of the restriction? That's you are just you just want to destroy the local businesses. The effort that we are also doing because Nobaya, Ghana henna, kuya there, manufacturing for there. Adibia Ghana hebia, the thoughts and manotoma consumers no. Now shortfall no yakwamanoni akwa kofaba. Erinti ye play there positive mo bia na da wo bia say importers ye diebo ye niama economy no ye mom ne eboa economy no sa de ma na ye credit ye nkra ma nka manfo beto mo pega prices are nka amanfo beto to niam mu because we enjoy monopoly the young crowd in no to our factory back could be a walk bia top house budget chit. What kind of those days near the chit in the Tony? What would my dear ya do more a chap on time no more for golf. What kind of golf for a normal cogent? Sometimes your permit. na nneɛma bebree hɔ ma yɛ kɔgye tit wokɔpa adeɛ bi cement atɔ wokɔpa adeɛ atɔ GNTC no nkeka ho a ne yɛfrɛ bi chit system
endi over enka we no ka omo bebo chaskele ni bio mebua omo be dwam
eti wo bon say wo ye connected no wo anya na wo to ade na wo dum say even name plan wo bi timi kwaje contract no no abeton won nye businessman na won nye contractor so timi nya contract enka sa na enka beba eti ade na ye to ade ye in the free dispensation and a liberalized economy na me ya kosalai ni akwaje ebiku abeso bosomi miensa kwa na obi discretion keke no amfa na discretion ma wo permit ni bi that's ya juba na abegu no etu na dia emma so ne say me ya for say ya attain self sufficiency ya ni ya nsa aso ya ti adware na ya say ya beba na ade na e do mo bande kra ya presence wo beka say yen kosala ankoje permit e ye for Nigeria for ni yesua o ma ye dey reference no Nigeria and some Nigeria ka so ban the rice no importation no now woman attain self sufficiency of about 85%. Okay. Na ka kuma bi person o ma du ho and wo mu hold the bull by the horn and wo mu close wo mu borders na and wo mu timi attain ye it was sorry now what the Nigeria yes na Nigeria a person over here be no close here also you can say be a data of what you are able to attain so far you don't have the data that's why idea we you need na so bia beboa
over enkomo we me said about office na yedi nkomo we yi
Bobie bra o kwa besa mi atebra
mati ofa
ye ni nkomo wa
mati ofa meba
me da say eti the phone obi a fana komanto ne yam nyade a ye be ma sa mre no asa ba bio si yakwaje permit e no nkeka ho now I will be ya creating monopoly ya ma company ba ku bia won workers ba 50 yeah they are saying yeah force we are you the apparel and clothing account just imagine force na ye de ba na amanfo to ho pe no wouldn't say force materials no mo de ba no several as raw materials ma tailors bebre editing stresses bebre ni fashion designers wọ́n kò tún tọ materials ní bebre ní wọ́n máa bẹ̀ pín pa bí wọ́n kọ́ náà they a full piece of clothes it is a positive and with the whole West African hub no Ghana is the biggest used clothing hub. Anything Cote d'Ivoire for the foreign exchange, Nigeria for the foreign exchange, Togo, Benin, Ghana, na ye hub. It is a whole year we now your economies are your friend be opportunity cost. What the near man tools and any third way I'm better to say is can do a day back. Employment plan a generate as against will be what you will be cast be a person a garment factory nipa employ nipa 100 and I would be 2 nipa 1 million and what you need. That's economics now you see and it's any idea.
Okay. Over Medasi Bebre, Sonny Akasa.
Right.
All right, so that's it live on Accra 100.5. Atubani says, Mr. Ogbami, good day. All right, and let the Bia send me a message or say, Opa Mecho Enka. Alfred Ogbami beat me up by every day. Alfred Ogbami, you had 2 years Bia na Chene Bahawan. Emeka Manibufu, Mr. Aha, Udima. Deep Thinker says, God save Ghana from this group of evil people in government. Okay, but Honto, Mamma Minia Akwaba, Nana Akwaba, anyway.
Yeah,
Honto, wouldn't me say, Radi, to me so, Alfred, let the be tea wa America. And also per se, Miss so much. Was sending 200 Ghana cedis pay. And I'm so man to one side send it from me here, some better. Tia said, one person who's on Betty Biano send the mummy. One person who say a Betty Biano send the mummy.
That's what they
there be Omunyanti. He says, was sending 200 and was saying 200 Ghana.
Look, apart from Omua, for example, MTN data, I think they reconfigured it. They probably gave NTN the tax.
Why better and or men sign it?
Service providers will be trained
for
approval before applying it. But major India, sometimes they give them the figures. They
maybe not man they private to send your money.
MTN price that we are for.
No, but President, Oma cannot say me so better Omo with the mama me we are that woman baba Timesa Monsan and America so on better okay so but
before me born say ene aka afi pepepe say Ghana for adia Supreme Court amakwan enchiremu a Supreme Court amakwan amaya anye free electoral commission aho no nyankopo be ma yakwa ma afese ne yatumi atiso aketua na se yatua so eka me remfi se Jemensa 2020 election ono na wetimi printing in excess over 1 million ballot papers presidential pay at the Ashanti region 10,000 in excess presidential ballot for Eastern region happen here under Jemensa and the Electoral Commission under Kufuado. Pink sheet no baby a bebu akonta be kire Ghana for do eto about through the verification machine no omuja size piece no man create omukọ kae no omuso ye de stamp bebo ho na stamp no ya fill in first time in the history omunim de omeyinti no omotwen ya ma be ka 3 days to the voting day and omode eye pink sheet no e de buy ni nyina ya attempt omode reggae election first time in the history of Ghana see ekoto abanana na ink aye nyina de ensa kobomu no ink ahudo mienu na de buy ink 2 separate inks and omode buy ya de to about 2020
one look black
yes Ukwa Ashanti region from Anopa ekosi 12 different ink
even 3 because began the bin so okay videos na
ebe PM
yes
and
staff na
yes and Jemensa eno na nche first time in the history of Ghana see declare presidential results near declare 6 times I ebe si na ye kase ye nim results wa ye declare ye first time in the history of Ghana say ye declare presidential results na ye pre-recorded ye declare results around 9 p.m. na ye che good afternoon in this country and central for obia in one first time in the history of Ghana Electoral Commission catches obey collation our Accra International Conference Center ema Ghana for nyina kwatena honom enso obia hwe anko so ho first time in the history of Ghana ayeto abawie ya bobo results wa wie ne de asoja for ya mop up exercise calculation center to collation center overturning results ni nyina happen under Jemensa ni nyina etri no ebrede nko gina Supreme Court 2021 so nkonkombo akonta no Supreme Court just ni niebo anane dom said that ye ma mu akonta abato won sunsan so e kan Ghana for say akanafua Hassan Diosianum 365 days akwanya besa abeba ni akwa akoto aba nemmom sa taxi say ye dia abai no yenka hunu say ya abato won sunsan so ye dia aba ye pe oyempe ye betua so long as bagmen approve this budget we no upe umpe you pay until we continue to suffer nemmom akwanya beba year December 7 2024 eho ena Ghana for be kire say the Supreme Court ye no the Jemensa ye no the asrafo ko ye no the Kufuado ne ba omia ban di afamu for the past 8 years no si abodwo so anase e monyu so no afese ne ena Ghana for be kire yadwen ho openi bia send message from Germany
yeah
na me busane di no on boy
okay
o say me fa ncha kese nkoma Bobie na also ne ya adwen pa say budget ne de gbagben ya na pass gbagben ne pass budget we ya gbagben approve budget from Germany.
Oh, okay. So special greetings from Kwabena Sambaini, Angel TV to Alfred Honto, and was it Nitituni Anumi. Anumi, whether over just 4 minutes been your time now. Just
Kwabena say minuanum gutafo say afede ani braba. Ayana mpenifo bu baby says 20 ni onwam etikopo. Oh, they are very lucky. Say enye omo an to omo ani oma. They are just like liaison between yana ye consume no any omo kofa ni oma ni free omo ho as importers ebetoma yen. Say enye se sa rule no ena young consumers no ke have direct access to a year enka you be support to buying against guta. This is a guta that has been very recalcitrant. In fact, at some point, there raise red flags. So almost say enko fu idadamo. Meanwhile, guta no people before largely. At some point, who can guta someone na ko ebibi. On say neno. Omwa kofa jata be fia ma jata be chi omawe. Afi omani abre. Penifo se de yaw na anya wo ya. Ye nya wo faye. So entie ni onwa mati kopo. Aboa no onyawo na wonka wo a. Won finish nkyere wo. Media me minim se wei. Eye kodedi kwa akote baabi. No mo hwa na edu baabi a. No mo dia benum. Look, it is in their plan. Okay, Japan, a Japadie document na. For repenting fee, a cronfo fee, a Japadie book no. Eye omani da so any omani swadi who say it was say omo capture all the facets of the economy in this country. Like the Japanese have done. A family in Japan owns the entire Japan.
It's a lecturer from Accra Technical.
What I said. So it is incumbent on all of us as a people to unite and fight a cabal. In fact, a year poised to destroy everybody and everything in this country. And ultimately, Emma omo enya omadwe say oh yakasa ma abanya twea kote. Na se aboa no onyawo na wonka wo a on finish kokko abaifo se akufo ado abaifo se no onyawo oni baomia kra de de nam kra che akufo ado se akufo ado de na panta hwinhwan baomia ombe mo de amia te se kamia dokono enti no mesre mo munamu yi ya mo hu se akufo ado nya mo anka obekumu yi mo fantu mo hofo. Me no na me importer but you say me free me because I have been made to struggle until no mesremo ya mo hu hia yen because someone or say how do you place restriction on import if you have not made provision for import substitution? And that's the question that the doctor is asking. Until no be sure Kwabena a year by now na me mato abawie na me jam polling station. But it's an resource in PAP. Maybe the police station no, is within the most elite community in Ghana.
Tomorrow by this time.
Yes. So a year by this time. Now John Mahama is being elected. A year by now, a democratic coup d'etat is underway. Now the Guswa, John Mahama is being elected. Enche krana ye ba be president elect ene eye ada Ghana fo nyina kan hu say in a democracy no you forgot to mention that Akufo-Addo killed 8 to become president.
10
2020 election no it was a democratic dispensation mu Rollins Nipa Okuma mu nyina was in a military ye friend is an era. It is obusa wo ho a now share the civilization your friend is saying this course is within this ayina I was saying you who say democracy no Akufo-Addo or the Tonchain in an election at the dictator.
Thank you.
Any tyranny a play a role to become president. Mesre yeah kwa about 2024 enye yensa ne ye nan keke obia wo ho kwan se obebo ne ho ban obia wo ho kwan se ontra ho ma wo bi emekunu mabusuafo nko ye yie posi ni na soja ni na ono ba no ono so na busuafo ye yie a ebeboa ama next time obi abesu anya sentime sremo next election obi should go there prepared.
Thank you.
Go
to the measure, sorry. Okay. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. You don't must fix my right company limited. Now my catcher say fix my right for enche ebe quiz amawomo. Post in your drew. You know any imbu seba Mr. Quick credit you don't must top choco phone. Wango. energy drink yɛn na ma ahoɔden paa.
When we send your police